Crunch Broadcasting Network. This is the Cleveland Crunch Home Broadcasting Network as we get you set as the Crunch take on the Canadian Crusaders from Toronto, Canada here this evening in one of the final two games of the regular season. Both teams already clinched a spot in the playoffs. We will have those conversations as we go. I am Kevin Arnold, and I am joined by the OG, the original voice of the Crunch, Mark Munch Bishop, here this evening. Munch, it's going to be a good one. It is glad to have you aboard.
Brother, I'll tell you what, honor, and thank you for having me. But I'm going to say this. You've got two teams here going at it today. Is this the championship of the league? Now, I'm not trying to slight Amarillo, okay, or Utah, but the bottom line is two great teams coming in. Of course, the Crunch at 8-2, the Canadian Crusaders at 10-0. We saw the Crusaders last year here on the same carpet here in the Wolstein Center on the pitch because they were in the finals. Well, actually, in the semifinals, they got dispatched by Amarillo. But this is a good soccer team. It has some talent, it has some defense, and they know how to win. One thing I like, though, going in is that you score more goals than your opponent, you win. Pretty smart of me to think of that, right?
Pretty smart, pretty smart.
I'll tell you what, I surprise you sometimes. But the Crunch come in at plus 55. Toronto, Canadian Crusaders, at plus 51. So there's 4 more goals, and they're going to have to go to work against a fine keeper today between the pipes for Toronto, and that's Philip Zandelic.
And we should note that, yes, they do have their starting goalkeeper, one of the best, if not the best, in the league in Philip Zandelic between the pipes tonight. But Canadian Crusaders, Toronto, they are short-handed tonight as there is also a futsal tournament going on in Toronto, Canada.
Is that called double duty? Was that multitasking?
Multitasking. Well, I guess some of them couldn't multitask because if you look at their stat leaders on MLISpro.com, they are missing almost 5 of their top 7 scorers here tonight. So it'll be interesting. They are missing Osman Hussein, Sebastian Lopez, Raheem Rose, Yeheni Zayet, Jonas Jama, and Darius Kerr Cooper, who is always that speed differential, that speed option up top for them. So a little shorthanded, but you still have guys like Leiford Allen, who has scored 15 goals on the season, and you have also Andrea Schifano, who has scored 8 goals, and our own sideline reporter, Gianluca Di Giacomo, sent us a note that Schifano, he has actually been in the academy for Parma, who is a Serie A side that is the Italian league, one of the better leagues in all of the world.
He's a player who'll have to clamp down, but talking to some of the lads before the game, the defenders, especially Bobby and, of course, Dave Jordan, they are ready to lock people down, and they realize that with some scoring punch out of the lineup, they should be able to take it to them, press them a little bit, and even come up on the attack. But you have to remember this, too. Do I feel bad for the Crusaders? No, because the Crunch have traveled this year shorthanded on more than one occasion, so you play who you play with. Now, I realize there's also something called next man up, but knowing me, the old jaded, crusty guy, there's a reason you're the next man and not the man, okay? So we'll see what happens. All we can do is take it on the pitch, and the Crunch know what they need to do. They need to win these 2 games, get some help next week from Pittsburgh against the Canadian Crusaders, and bang, they're the #1 seed.
So, yes, they need to take care of business tonight and tomorrow against Rockford. So we got a game tonight at 7. We got a game tomorrow at 2. Toronto, they still have a game next week, yes, I think it's in Pittsburgh,
yes,
or at least against Pittsburgh next week. So still some stuff to figure out seeding-wise, but 3 of the 4 semifinal teams are set, just waiting for that last team in the South Division to be figured out here tonight. As we get some of the pregame festivities going, we will have a jersey retirement. Tim Tima, a Crunch legend, is having his number 17 retired. I should mention before we go through some of that, and I know, Munch, you know him very, very well. We are, of course, on WKYC Plus and the MLIS Pro YouTube channel tonight. We're going to be also with Rock Entertainment Sports Network. Those that are watching late here tonight. And then audio always on WOBL Radio, 1320 AM, 107.7 FM, streaming worldwide at WOBLradio.com. They've been playing your country favorites of yesterday and today since 1971. They are all the Crunch Radio coverage on WOBL is brought to you by the great folks at Great Lakes Honda West in Elyria. So Tim Tima being announced right now as a jersey retirement. And of course, you know I did my homework, but I also watched Tim Tima play as a kid.
Yeah, you were watching him play and getting excited. And by the way, I wish there's a young man in front of us. I wish I could get him to stand up and give us a look. He has a picture of Tim Tima, a T-shirt with Tima with hair, okay?
Yes.
Which happened to a lot of us at one time. But the bottom line is, Tim was passionate, you're passionate, and you would have loved to call his game. He had, I don't know if you've ever seen any of the old Three Stooges. When Curly would get upset and start slapping his face. That was Tima when he would, maybe picked up a foul when he shouldn't have to do one, or late in the game, or just maybe didn't miss his assignment, which didn't happen very often. But Tim was passionate, loves his city, loves the sport, loves his team, and very appropriate. I mean, look at the great ones he's going down with, okay?
Yes.
Hector Marinero, Zoran Karic, Otto Orff, just names that live on famously for indoor soccer in the great city of Cleveland.
All is great, that is right. So the standing ovation, and rightfully so, for Tim Tima, his family here tonight. The number 17 being retired into Crunch lore. Tim Tima, of course, an alumni of Rexville Broadview Heights, was born here in Northeast Ohio, went to Cleveland State, so this is more than one reason why it's a homecoming for him here at the Wolstein Center here tonight. I know it's going to be hard to kind of hear. He is speaking to the crowd, so we're going to kind of keep it up here. I know that back at all of our studios, our broadcasting, it is hard to kind of hear over the PA system here in the arena, but he speaks to the crowd. His playing career went from 1980 to 1997. He was, of course...
Think about that. For this game, this is a rough game. On the knees, on the shoulder, on your body, especially when you're a defender. That's some longevity. And he played it at the highest level to the very end.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So as he speaks to the crowd, getting a great ovation. He did play for the Canton Invaders as well, and had 105 appearances, 18 goals for them, but his Cleveland Crunch career went from 1992 through 1997. He was a player coach 1996 to 1997, and unfortunately an injury kind of tried to come back in 1998, but just was not able to play that year. But of course, still coaching in the area. He is a referee. He is around the game, and that's what you love to see, and still giving back to where he's been and his family from here as well. So a great ovation for Tim Tima as he speaks to the crowd. Kickster is loving it, the mascot, and so as he gets the crowd all riled up. Do want to send it down if we can. If you can hear me down there, Gianluca, you're down there along the boards. I'm sure you kind of saw some of those final warm-ups. Just what are you expecting coming into tonight, and what can we expect coming from the Crunch in one of their final 2 games of the season?
Yeah, fellas, I mean, it is always an intense matchup. With these 2 teams, we saw them face off 3 times this past year. With 3 games in overtime, 2 big key shootouts. I mean, it's going to be a good one, especially the result from last time out. I think it's going to be interesting to see. I think the locker room, it's a tale of 2 sides right now. There's one side that's taking this as a vengeance day. These are the 2 teams that we're playing back-to-back that we lost to on the road before. But at the same time, there's also guys that are just thinking of this weekend as another day in the office. It's going to be interesting to see how tonight turns out.
Thank you so much, Gianluca. We will be talking to you throughout the game here tonight, and you'll get all the sights and sounds. Hopefully, you're not involved in any sort of fracas like we had the last time you were down on the sideline. Just stay away from those metal stanchions down there, all right, buddy?
Now here's one thing. I'm not going to leave. I don't know if you remember the story. This was years ago when the University of Miami, the U, was playing Florida. Florida International University, okay? And there was a brawl on the field, and a former wide receiver for the U, named Thomas, his last name, he was in the booth, and he goes, those boys are disrespecting him. I got to get down there on the field. You heard him throw his headset down in a shirt and tie, and he went down on the field and threw it down. You won't see me do that, okay?
All right. I love that.
The passion.
So I'm Kevin Arnold. He is Mark Munch Bishop, Gianluca DiGiacomo down on the sidelines for us. Our LPV Productions crew led by Peter Tellup here with us tonight. Again, as we bring it to you on the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC Plus, and radio coverage on WOBL Radio, Lorain County Country. Thank you to the guys out there, Gary, Dave, and everybody out there at WOBL Radio for, again, partnering with us here at the Crunch. Of course, Munch, you kind of mentioned the Miami, the Hurricanes. Well, there is a special Hurricane quarterback and a special Cleveland
Thank you for
quarterback
that.
here
well-loved
in
man.
town and in the building here tonight, as he will probably be I think he's going to be a part of the ceremonial coin toss tonight. It is Fan Appreciation Weekend, but that's right, BK is in the building. Bernie Kosar is here. We'll try to touch on all the stuff with him as the game goes, but I mean, 124 touchdowns, over 23,000 yards in his career, and of course those years mainly spent here. Got his way through the supplemental draft to come to his hometown team, the Cleveland Browns, and was here from 1985 to 1993. Not going to get into what happened and how he ended up getting a Super Bowl with Dallas, and because everybody knows that everybody was upset about that, but of course was in the AFC Championship game those years and against Denver, and just an all-around good guy. And really what's most important, Munch, is that he is back healthy. He got the transplant and is doing well and is still coming out to events like this because he wants to spread the word about great wellness.
Let me tell you what kind of man Bernie Kosar is. In 2021, I should say, I had open heart surgery, and I was at the Cleveland Clinic. Bernie was also in the Cleveland Clinic at the time with some serious problems. He took the time to send a doctor down to check on me a few days after my surgery when I should have been the one checking on Bernie with the problems he had. He's just amazing. You want to talk about a courageous man on the field? I'll never forget back to one of the all-time great Browns victories, a double overtime against the New York Jets. Bernie was hit by Mark Gastineau that kept the drive going. He said, in a huddle, and pardon me for this, I'll be very mild with it, but he was spitting up blood. He had broken ribs from the hit on Gastineau. He refused to come out.
As we do have a moment of silence here, we will have our cancer warrior of the game, childhood cancer warrior of the game. I know we just lost Caden, who was a big-time Crunch fan very recently.
So
the same
sad.
thing. We send our condolences and prayers and all well wishes out to him, his family. I know they were going through a tough time. I was following their journey through Facebook the entire time. While Caden might have left us, his memory never will, and the legacy that he left, and just looking through a lot of the posts, like still wanting to do everything that he would do around the house, and being able to dance around or vacuum, help clean the house and stuff like that. Like the days that he was strong enough to do those types of things, it just shows that type of character. And I think no matter how long we are here, we want to leave that type of legacy and a good legacy, and we're going to continue to send the messages that Caden left and his family left, and his memory will never leave us.
And again, blessings galore and his strength, and just continuing on for his family. My wife is a survivor, and she was going through it. You don't realize what it does to you emotionally and spiritually, but also what it does to the rest of your family members. So again, we love Caden's family, and we still love him. He'll be in our heart forever.
He will be. So we're getting set for teams to be announced, and we'll get through the national anthems. Of course, we will have the Canadian national anthem along with the national anthem of the United States of America here tonight, and we will have those for you here. Just as a note, if you are watching on the YouTube channel, WKYC Plus, or listening to WOBL Radio, out of courtesy to the anthem, since we are able to allow them to play over our broadcast here tonight, we will step aside. I know it may be difficult to hear the PA announcements up here through some of our mics and everything that may not come through at all times, but out of courtesy and respect to all national anthems, we will step aside when we get to that point. We are waiting on the teams to arrive. The Crusaders are coming out of their locker room. The Crunch look like they're ready to go. We got kids from Kenston, Aurora, Mentor, so many. I got to get the whole list of all the soccer clubs, because every single game there has been a soccer club here tonight, as my little one shows up right here as well.
Oh, fancy. Wait a minute. It's the first time I met him.
Yes.
Thank God he looks like the mom, okay? But what a good-looking youngster.
Yes. And it looks like he's going to be a part of the Duncan disc toss later tonight to try to win some prizes as well.
You know, I want to mention, too, you talk about the anthems. I love the Canadian anthem. I think it's right up there with ours. Ours is number one. But tomorrow, the great Hayden Grove from The Voice, and, of course, not a Cleveland native, but he's taking Cleveland in his hometown. He'll be there. And I'll be a fan tomorrow, and I want you to know, I'm going to be with Dancing Dan doing my thing after every goal.
Well, camera operators that are here with us tonight know that Munch is going to be dancing tomorrow. We need a camera on Munch dancing tomorrow. That is for sure. But, of course, there is still business to attend to here tonight as we continue our pregame coverage. We are inside the Wolstein Center on the campus of Cleveland State University. It is the Cleveland Crunch hosting Toronto, the Crusaders, up there in Canada. Here tonight, we did mention already in our pregame they are a little shorthanded, but teams have done that throughout the year. All teams kind of go through that. There are some other soccer tournaments for some of their players going on this weekend, but they still have one of the best, if not the best, goalkeeper in the league in Philip Zendelek, and two of the top goal scorers in Leiford Allen and Andrea Schifano, who we mentioned, of course, has done training in the Italian League, Serie A. Yes, that Italian League that you see those teams, the same teams that are a part of the Champions League, the Europa League finals, and all of that type of stuff, in those types of competitions. Yes, he did train in their academy, their youth academy. So a lot of talent still out there for the Crusaders. As let's go through the starting lineups for you, because I know it'll be difficult to hear, and we'll remind you, of course. So we just mentioned the aforementioned Philip Zendelek in goal for the Crusaders. He has started all 10 games. He's 10-0, a 4.42 goals against average, saving 72% of the shots he faces. He is among the league leaders, if not the league leader, in most goalkeeping categories tonight. On defense, running a 2-2-1, just like the Crunch. Two defenders, two midfielders, and one forward. The Crusaders will have Jared Phillips, and the transferring back to Toronto tonight, coming back from Lansing. He started the year here with Toronto, then went to Lansing, now is back with Toronto. That is Yusuf Nasiri. He will be there on defense. Rami Hassan making his first appearance, and Michael Osorio in the midfield, and up top, the aforementioned Andrea Schifano. Head coach John Williams will be leading the way for the Crusaders.
Yeah, keep your eye on 17 if you're watching and not listening. Every time he's near the ball or breaking for the ball or working off the boards to try to post up, because he can put it in the back of the net.
Crusaders, of course, are 10-0. They are first right now in the North. There is a chance for the Crunch to still get the #1 seed in the North, but it is going to take winning these two games at home, plus some help as beating Toronto tonight and then getting some help from Pittsburgh next week. But they are first in the North. They've won all 10 games. They convert on their power play 56% of the time, and they kill off the penalty, the power plays against them 86% of the times. They score 9.5 goals per game. You flip it over to your Cleveland Crunch. They are 8-2. One of those two losses, an overtime loss, so they did get a point there. They're sitting with 25 points, second in the North. Both teams have qualified for the playoffs in Vegas coming up March 28th and 29th. They score over 11 goals per game, 55 goals to the good goal differential, and 27% power play conversion, so they want to increase that number, but they do kill off the penalties against them 82% of the time. The kids are going to make their way. They're going to find their way to the line. We will get to the anthems here in just a moment, but real quick, the starters for the Crunch: Mario Musa in net, Bobby Chanchar, Dave Jordan, your captain on defense, Admir Suljevic, Semi Mutemwa in the midfield. Mikey Derazic is up top tonight, and out tonight will be Janis Schmidt, who has turf toe. He is hoping to train coming up the next 2 weeks and go to Vegas to be there for his team. And then Aiden Bozak, Rafael Davalos not able to be here tonight, but they are part of the squad that will hope to make that 22-man roster going out to Vegas. You are allowed 22 players to travel. Still can only roster 17 players each game, like in the regular season. So we will wait for the flag to be, both the Canadian and the American flag to be shown here in the arena, and we'll get our, so we will send it down to the PA announcer as the color guard makes their way out to the pitch, and we will have the Canadian and United States national anthems.
If you are able, please rise for the national anthem sung by Melrose Eve.
Present arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's lechery, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Please welcome Brandon Soder to the stage to perform "O Canada." Strong and free, from far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
There you have it. Melrose Eve singing the national anthem for the United States. Brandon Soder singing the Canadian national anthem. We will have your kickoff coming up next between Toronto and Cleveland on the Crunch Broadcasting Network.
No losses, I don't do lipo. A few screws loose in the head, I'm a psycho. Promise you the bar just as real as the bike though. Misunderstood, you can call me a typo. I shine hotter than the stars in the night though. Hate the who's who's, don't give me a title. It is so beautiful.
Now Slujevich, oh, what a cheeky little touch with the outside of his right foot, waggling from Najar. camera. A little celebration for the camera. Keep an eye on Cleveland Crunch socials for that.
Be careful not to get too close, I might just go.
Bozak goes to his right foot with a rip. Oh my word! As he gives the arrow.
Boom, I'm like a bomb in a room. Blow up the spot, everybody gotta move. Life or death, everybody gotta choose. Life or death, not everybody.
Minnick to Derzic. Derzic off the deflection. Mikey Derzic steps up in a big moment for his team. Jordan Williams! James Jordan! Captain Crunch has won the game! Oh my goodness! Welcome inside the Wolstein Center as we are just about set for kickoff of more MLIS action here on the Crunch Broadcasting Network. Whether you're tuned in to the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel as a Crunch fan, Crusaders fan, or soccer fan, as Crunch take on the Crusaders from Toronto, or you're watching late on Rock Entertainment Sports Network, watching us on WKYC Plus, or listening to WOBL Radio Lorain County Country, 1320 AM, 107.7 FM, and of course streaming worldwide, WOBLradio.com. Radio coverage of the Crunch brought to you by the great folks, Great Lakes Honda West in Elyria. I'm Kevin Arnold. He is the OG, the original voice of the Crunch, Mark Munch Bishop, and we got the action for you here tonight. Game 11 of 12 in the regular season. As you see the down there on the field, if you were watching the video, for those just listening to the audio, we have the officials, we have the ownership group of the Crunch, we got the head coach, we got the captains for both teams. Down there with, of course, the newly retired number and legend of the Crunch, Tim Tima, number 17, and number 19, forever, in a Browns uniform, Bernie Kosar, here tonight as the honorary and celebrity and legendary captain for the coin toss here tonight. And a great round of applause from the crowd here tonight. If you don't, there's a lot of kids here tonight, Munch. I'm sure a lot of parents are going to be teaching them who Bernie Kosar is. Everybody for generation after generation after generation and beyond here in Northeast Ohio should know who Bernie Kosar is.
And it's just a testament and a tribute to what he means to the city, what he meant to the city, and will continue to mean to the city. You know, I've got to get this out too, of course. I'm with Kevin Arnold, the voice of the Cleveland Crunch, and a VIP family is seated right in front of us, the Arnold family, wife and son. And it was yesterday, wasn't it, when you called me and said, Munch, I need you to cover the game for me on Saturday because we're having our baby.
It feels like
bingo. And it just, you know, it makes my heart happy and my soul smile when I see the families. And just remember, everybody tells you this, but it's true. Before you know it, he'll be like my youngest at 26.
Yep. Just, you know, yeah, again, it feels like just yesterday he was, you know, he was a newborn and I was trying to like teach him who the Crunch were and all that type of stuff. And now he's going around the house screaming, let's go Crunch all the time.
Oh, that's what you have to do. And you know what? It is Crunch time in Cleveland. And just keeping an eye. John Williams, the head coach of the Canadian Crusaders, was talking to his team. He had them in a close-knit circle, letting them know that, yeah, you know what? It doesn't matter if we're shorthanded today. We're 10-0. We're in the driver's seat. We're in the catbird seat. They have to beat us. We have enough talent here today to get this done. Just go out and play hard, and we'll see what happens. But you know that, as you know, mentioned earlier, you have Zendelek between the pipes, and he is one of those ragey-type goalies in the mold of an Otto Orff. He's got a wingspan like Inspector Gadget. Just when you think the ball's going to sneak in, bang, that arm shoots out. So they'll have to be moving the ball around real good to fool him today.
So we are, of course, we are a little bit late, but it's Fan Appreciation Weekend, and there's a lot of festivities going on. So, and I think part of that's what you were just talking about with head coach John Williams of Toronto, getting his team together. Look, you're used to just coming out, getting through the anthems, getting out here and getting started at the time that you expect to. Well, there's a little bit more extra circumstance and entertainment going on tonight. So just trying to keep his team locked in and focused as we look at the Crusaders. Again, they come in at 10-0, first in the North Division MLIS. They are starting the best goalkeeper in the league, one of the best, Philip Zendelik in goal. Then on defense will be Jared Phillips and Yusuf Nasiri making his return. Correction from what we said earlier, it is Ramzi Hassan. We didn't have the correct spelling at first, but it is Ramzi Hassan in the midfield alongside Michael Osario and Andrea Schifano. I mispronounced that earlier, and I apologize for that as we are underway. The Crunch starting Mario Musa, Sami Mutemwa in the midfield alongside Emir Suljevic. On defense, it is Captain Dave Jordan and Bobby Chanchar. And Mikey Derzic up top. Philip Zendelik already in the action, and that's one thing the Crunch are going to have to keep an eye on, especially it's something they're going to have to work on tonight and work on in the playoffs, because goalkeepers for a lot of the other teams come up much higher than the Crunch bring their goalkeepers. We have the foot skills to the Crunch. We just choose to allow our field players to go. The other teams, they take advantage having that extra attacker moving up, and that may be something the Crunch want to implement every now and again.
And Zendelik went over the midfield line that time, so he's pushing that ball up. He's the point guard out there until they set up an offense.
Already got some substitutions for the Crunch. McCain Spragley and Gabriel Piwu make their first appearances. Both teams try to settle in, and now the Crusaders get possession as they work the ball around to Osario. And Zendelik coming up towards the midfield. Osario will leave, and coming in, it will be Luis Docoto.
Boy, good foot skills there that time by Hassan.
Good backdoor run. Chanchar there to collect for the Crunch. Crusaders with the early possession. 13.5 minutes left in quarter number one. Crunch just trying to clear their lines. Crusaders won't let them out of their own half.
There's their captain, Mahabar, with the ball.
So Mahaber will send to Zendelik. Mutemwa will pressure. Mahaber will try to prevent anyone from getting a shot off on goal, and that one again sent long by Spragley. No real offensive attack just yet from the Crunch. And now wide open in front of net. Wow, just with his right hand somehow found that one. Shot trying to go wide was Del Coito.
And we see what the Crusaders are doing early. They are pushing the ball. Have the Crunch even had a shot or any play on their side of the field?
No, but they finally get the ball over midfield, and again, no one going to the ball. A little half to a full step late are the Crunch right now. Going down, that was Leiford Allen, who comes in with 15 goals and will be trying to add to that total here tonight as he fills in for some of the missing offensive firepower Toronto has had. Jamin McCourt in, trying to find Najjar on the back post. Nobody there. Looking for a foul with the Crusaders. Najjar gets it back. He will send it back post just wide. That skirted across both posts. McCourt collects. Good positioning by Zendelik on that near post.
I like the pressure here by the Crunch on offense.
Now the Crunch finally gets some attack. Chris Fecko in along with Tomasz Nagy. Derzic, Suljevic come back. Omar Najjar still there. Off the wall by Derzic. Way wide. Najjar going towards the bench. He will get a sub here momentarily. Brendan Swan in on defense. Suljevic looking as he comes in, league leading. 20 assists on the season, 15 goals to his name, scoring 5 points per game, 35 points total on the season.
And a cameraman just had to duck out of the way to that one. You don't want a lens popping back in your eye.
So it'll be a restart as that went out of play. Suljevic will get us back underway. Landon Kuhn in there in his first season with the Crunch.
If you notice, the Crunch are trying to hit the back post and try to sneak one in on Zendelik.
So Suljevic now near boards. He's got Kuhn if he wants him. Hill will take a shot. That one gets deflected. Kuhn comes in, tries to win it. Now the Crusaders will try to counterattack the other way. That clearance goes off his own team from the Crusaders. The Crunch stay on the attack. Good one-touch pass in there from the Crunch. Derzic with it. A couple step-overs to his left foot. He will shoot into a block there from Luis Doicoto.
Dakota did a good job, just kind of turned sideways as Mikey went to tee it, Mikey got his foot underneath that one in a big way. So, you know, it's interesting. I was standing off to the side of the glass in pregame warm-ups. This is not for faint of heart if you're a goalie. Just standing there knowing the ball's coming at you, it kind of like shakes that glass, and it just, you know, the ball is fairly big, comes at you, looks like a BB.
10:35 to go, opening quarter, no score. Both teams, couple flurries of offensive attacks. Nothing doing just yet, as you got two of the best in the league. But between the pipes here tonight, as they say, Mario Musa for the Crunch and Philip Zendelik for the Crusaders of Toronto.
You know what I like, too, is our captain Jordan is on Shafana. That is going to be a matchup to watch all night long. Two great players, the best of what they do.
So Schifano not able to get that header, goes into the waiting arms of Mario Musa. Spraggling alongside Mutemwa, Piwu, Chanchar, and Nijar.
And actually, Bobby switched off on Shafano that time. So they're going to throw different looks at him.
Nijar, far side, Mutemwa sees two defenders, goes off the wall looking for Piwu. And Piwu was kind of waiting for that one to kick a little bit harder. Piwu, good pressure. Nijar goes for a shot, good block by the Crusaders.
Great defense, my friend, because he had the back post again wide open as Zendelik came out to help out.
I think that was the returner, and Yusuf Nasiri on that block, returning to Toronto after playing some of the season with Lansing Red Cedar. Tomasz Nagy now, one-on-one along the near boards as the Crunch go left to right. You're just listening to the audio here tonight. They are in their home white uniforms, black lettering, red numbers, black trim, white shorts, and the trim down the sides with, of course, that crest. Beautiful crest with the 5 stars to the 5 championships the Crunch have won above on the breastplate.
I like Admir pressuring the goalie that time.
Suljevic, 2-time MVP of the league. Nagy got the block from Nasiri. Couldn't find it. Nasiri, I think, just got enough of that one. Was looking in the rafters. But here comes Schifano.
Oh, great defense. Just stripping him of the ball. That's a pocket got picked. Somebody better call a cop and put cuffs on him.
Kuhn standing right in front of that one. Hard off the wall. And that one right to Mario Musa.
You know, so much fun seeing the youngsters like Nagy contributing, seeing them grow as the season's gone on.
So Toronto in their black uniforms here tonight with the white lettering and white numbers. They will be on retreat and they make some substitutions as the Crunch are on the attack yet again. Suljevic with 8:16 to go in the first. Still no score. Clock moving quickly, almost halfway through already. Suljevic has it teed up. He'll find Derizic. That one off the near post. He was going upper 90, just couldn't sneak it past Zendelik.
Netminder's best friend, the post and the crossbar, right?
It was definitely bat by Zendelik, but he saw it going just wide, and a good eye by Zendelik makes him one of the best in the league.
You can tell he's calm, cool, and collected, just like Mario. Yeah, that's the matchup we have to talk about, as you mentioned earlier. You got two of the best in the nets.
So Swan with Spraggling, Piwu, Carter Hancock in as well. He tried to volley. That one was sitting in the box of the Crusaders. No one able to finish. 7.5 now to go. All halfway through officially through the first quarter, no score. Cleveland and Toronto.
I like how Kuhn tracked that down. And the Crunch were kind of feeling out the Crusaders' riffy, but now they've had the attack most of this first period.
7:14. I'm Kevin Earl. He is Mark Munch Bishop. Gianluca Di Giacomo down there on the sidelines for us, along with our LPV Productions crew led by Peter Tellup.
What a great job they do. You know that?
Absolutely.
Don't miss a thing.
One of the best, absolute best in the league. As we have Piwu in the middle of the pitch, trying to shoot, maybe trying to almost pass it off the wall to himself. Not able to get enough on it. Spraggling comes all the way back, and he will recycle it back to Mario Musa.
Good job keeping Carlos Juan Mencia from getting to that ball, and Crunch back on the attack.
Crusaders now hanging out in their own defensive half a lot here in the first quarter after the early flurry of the attack. Mutemwa left foot block there inside the box. Not enough on that from Mutemwa, but he stays with it.
A great job by their captain that time to knock it away.
He will send it across to Swan, who sees Dorkoito. That one across pass to the near boards to Spraggling from Jordan. Bobby Chanchar enters. He will making his way to the bench. He'll be replaced by flying Ryan Minnick. Spragling with a rip, another block. That coming off of Maheber, the captain as well. Maheber standing tall there right in front of Zendelik. Good crowd on hand here in the Wolstein Center. Final 2 home games, final 2 regular season games for the Crunch here tonight before they take on the MLIS playoffs in Vegas, March 28th and 29th. Chanchard, cross to Najjar. A lot of movement from the Crunch. Not as many players for Toronto, so not as many substitutions already in the first. 5.5 left to go. Shot from Nagy, a kick save up into the crowd from Zendelik. Had to go all the way down to get that one.
That's as good as they get. And if you notice, the Crunchers just playing a little pitch and catch there right about the timeline at the midfield line to try to pull the Toronto defense back out.
5:22, the clock stops here in the first as we await the game ball to come back into play. Yes, you know,
I think a fan wanted a souvenir. No, you got to toss that one back in.
Unlike in hockey and baseball, you don't get to keep the souvenirs that enter the playing field. There's only so many game balls. Not enough to have everybody in the stands to have their own. So Suljevic will be over the corner kick far side, off to our right. Suljevic looking for a runner. He sees Jordan with that left foot. That one got blocked. I think it went off of Derizic. He was making that run to the near post for any sort of deflection. Just kicked off the back of his number 4 jersey. Now here come the Crusaders on the attack. Leaford Allen, left foot off the wall. Najjar clears, and now here comes
That's what you call protecting your goalie by Omar that time.
Crunch with numbers. Derizic getting dragged back, and they will call the foul.
They need to call a foul on it. You know, that was a good move by Mark Louis Tacarto because Derizic was turning the corner there and had one-on-one with the goalie.
I think Nasiri was back there as well. We saw that when Lansing was here. Nasiri had those. That's a veteran foul there. But you still have to call that if the Crunch don't stay on the attack and don't have the advantage. So the official trailing the play saw it, and I think with the officials on microphones, I think they both understood who was going to make that call because they could both see it. The official in front of the ball, I think, was looking for any sort of advantage to call goal or any other foul in the box. So good tag teaming action by the referees there. Suljevic, Jordan's left foot off the block. A lot of traffic in there. That may have gone off his own teammate again, Imutemwa. Nasiri, far boards, looking to push. Sees a triple team, and right back in possession with 4:40 to go. The Crunch. Here comes Sammy Mutemwa. Mutemwa, 1-on-3, rips just wide. In an individual effort against 3, and he scores! Sammy Mutemwa would not be denied. He stole it from Zendelik and puts it in the back of the net to give the Crunch a 1-0 lead.
That's called not giving up. That's called staying with the ball until somebody gets possession of it. And that is the first Crunch goal of the game. 4:28 of the first.
And Bernie Kosar looking like he can still play. He's ripping soccer balls into the crowd. Fans are absolutely loving it. It is so great when you see legendary athletes, current athletes, they support each other and all the different pro teams here. And that is an individual effort that you want to see. That is that is passion, that is grit from Sammy Mutemwa to get the first goal.
Stayed with it, and again, had a shot at Cracker to start things off, but was not giving up until the goal netminder had control of the ball. And that's how you put it in the back of the net. It was simple, but Mutemwa made it look easy, and that was not very easy to do.
So the Crusaders will take a timeout here, our media timeout. 4:28 to go the first quarter. The Crunch lead 1-0, and we thank AmeriCab, the Cleveland Crunch, proud to partner with AmeriCab, Cleveland's premier cab company, as the official transportation provider of the Cleveland Crunch. Whether you're heading to the game or just need a ride across town, AmeriCab is here for you. Call 216-881-1111. And also want to thank, while we have the opportunity, because this game is moving so fast, I want to make sure all partners get their just due here tonight. Consumer Tire, they jumped on this season with the Crunch, and when it comes to tires and auto repair, trust the team that puts family first. Consumer Tire is a family-owned and operated business delivering honest service, quality parts, and dependable repairs across Northeast Ohio. Visit Consumer Tire in Menor, Chardon, Macedonia, Massillon, or Solon, or head to consumertire.com to book your next service. Consumer Tire, the official tire company of the Cleveland Crunch.
Could you imagine catching a soccer ball or a T-shirt from Bernie Kosar? I'd be excited to do that.
You better hope you get it signed, too.
No, don't drop one if it's in your hand.
No, absolutely.
No.
Absolutely. Bernie Kosar, I'll let you hear about it. I'm Kevin Earl. He's the OG, the original voice of the Crunch, Mark Munch Bishop. Gianluca Di Giacomo down there on the sidelines for us as well. Our LPV Productions crew bringing you the sights, the sounds.
And Kevin, I must ask you, is that the goal is so important. Every goal today, I mean, again, you talked about it, Zenelec, 4.42 goals against average. That's not a lot of scoring against that young man.
It is, and he will, of course, as the Crunch are able to put a couple on there, he will venture further and further up the pitch to become a part of the attack. He knows that the Crusaders are shorthanded. They know that they've already clinched a spot in the playoffs. They want that #1 seed. They want to win every game. They want to go undefeated. So he's going to do all he can from his goalie position here tonight. That one off the wall. That one sent away by the Crusaders. Brendan Swan's still on it. So after the Crusaders got it, 3:48 to go. Crunch back on the attack.
And to get that 1 seed, the Crunch must win today and tomorrow and have Pittsburgh beat the Canadian Crusaders next weekend in Pittsburgh. Well, we have to root for Pittsburgh, huh?
Never
Go figure.
Can't do it much. Can't.
I'll root for him next week.
Yeah, I'll just.
Oh!
Brendan Swan! Brendan Swan! I think he may have been looking at the back post, and that one, everybody just watched it go into the back of the net. Brendan Swan, have a day, kid. He does all the dirty work and deserves goals just like that. His 5th on the season, Munch, and it is 2-0 in the first quarter.
And Swan making it look easy. He just threaded a needle between 3 defenders and passed the left arm of Zenelec, and then there's another Crunch. Goal!
Stunned us, even us up here in the booth. I saw what Swan saw. I think it was McCourt on that back post. I could be wrong, but someone just standing right there to tap it in. He saw that pass, but everybody just watched it go. Musa with a save in front of net.
Point blank, take it into the chest.
3:09 to go now. Here comes Ryan Minnick. He had Sujovic if he could. He could not get that ball off his foot. Jared Phillips, good defending. Back to Nasiri.
Bro, Hassan teed off, and Musa took the charge. Took like a cannon shot to the vest.
Zendelec will send it down, looking for Ramzi Hassan, the aforementioned. Good step over there, looking for a runner. There's just no one around. Everyone kind of just staying in them positions. Not a lot of movement from the Crusaders early in this one. 2:30 to go, 2-0 Crunch on top of Toronto.
Crunch scored those goals in 1 minute and 1 second.
Good block from Chanchar as Hassan, he left his defender in the dust. Chanchar came from the backside to get that block because he had a wide open shot with his left foot on Musa.
And Bobby was smiling as he took that shot.
I think he gave him the Dikembe Mutombo finger wag too, a little bit.
Get that weak stuff out of here.
Sujovic.
It wasn't weak though, Kevin.
It was not. It was not. Derazic now trying to get to his left foot. He will curl it to the back corner. Mikey Derazic makes it 3-0.
It's raining goals here at the Wolstein Center. Goal! 158.
Give Mikey 13 goals now on the season, and we had a fast-moving first quarter for the first 11 minutes, and now the Crunch just putting it on the Crusaders early. This is what they want to do. They want to get off to fast starts in matches, take control early, and with 1:56 to go here in quarter number 1, they lead 3-0.
3 goals in less than 3 minutes.
That one out of play. It will be the Crusaders' ball here along the near boards down to our left.
I got to put you on the spot, Kevin. Will this force the Crusaders to come out of their defense a little bit more and try to attack? Because they don't want to go down much more.
They don't want to go down much more. I think if they want to win this one, I think that will be the case that we will see. But Zendelek, as I told you, venturing further up as the Crunch put more goals on.
Boy, Zendelek was between the midfield line and the yellow line that time.
Leaford Allen, again, came in with 15 goals, sees a triple team, and that one able to deflect to Mario Musa.
Musa just rips it away from Zach Drake.
Here comes Nagy, gets away from one defender, gets away from two. With his right foot, he will put it home!
Oh, Nagy coast to coast that time. Oh, my! Goal!
Tomas Nagy, end-to-end individual effort, puts it to the far post, and it is 4-0 in 3 minutes.
Kevin, we're playing a great team. We're playing a netminder equal to Musa, if not 1A, 1B at times. But you know what? The Crunch right now are possessed. And for Nagy to go coast to coast that time and just tee off, that was special. That's another one of those young men. When we saw him the first time out there, we said, this is a special player.
1:07 to go, quarter number one. Fireworks popping off late in the first quarter, all from the Crunch boys. 4-0, they lead. Zendelek continues to venture out of goal. He will find Nasiri along the near boards, looking for some sort of momentum going into the quarter break. That one just over Mario Musa, and a goal for the Crusaders. Michael Osorio saw that one, just opened up his left foot, pushed it past Musa, who was trying to figure out where the ball was after he punched it just over his goal mount.
Osorio was there, did his job, mopped up, waiting for the ball to come off of Musa. But the bottom line is this: the Crusaders had to have that goal. They couldn't go after one and be down 4-0, get shut out.
36 seconds left now. 4-1 Crunch lead. Michael Osorio for the Crusaders, the latest goal scorer. Johnny on the spot, and a really, really good finish.
Did his job perfectly. Yeah, I got to shout out that young fella.
So Suljevic now will get it far side. Brendan Swan will see pressure from Leaford Allen. They'll find Minnick against Nasiri. He clears, looking for Allen, but now it is Hassan. One-on-one. He's got Allen if he can find him. There, just getting back is Carter Hancock to get in the way from Allen getting something on that, because he was in position, and the first quarter comes to an end. The first 11 minutes, it was up and down. We had no goals scored. In the last 4 minutes, we have 5 goals scored. It is 4-1 Crunch. We'll be back for your second quarter action here all along the Crunch Broadcasting Network.
At Cardinal Credit Union, we're more than just a place to bank. We're on your team. We're local and proud to put Cleveland families first. And now, anyone can join. Cardinals for Cleveland and for parents. With their first debit card, kids learn smart money habits and parents stay in control with real-time supervision. Chores like walking the dog turn into real rewards. Parents lead, kids earn, and everyone scores. Join online or visit our branches and discover the Cardinal difference. Cardinal Credit Union. People helping people.
I'm coming out with my Focuseuticals, my natural energy. You matter.
At Apex Skin, we drive every patient experience and commitment, collaborate with purpose, and deliver excellence, providing care that's compassionate, connected, and centered around you. Trusted care every step of the way.
Back inside the Wolstein Center on the campus of Cleveland State University, downtown Cleveland, where indoor professional soccer belongs, and more professional soccer coming to town very, very soon. Forest City, Cleveland, the MLS Next Pro team. The name has been announced, and in May we will get the Women's League team announced as well. So a lot of professional soccer coming to Cleveland, and if this is any indication, Cleveland will show up and show out for soccer here in town. I'm Kevin Earl. He's the original voice, the OG, Mark Munch Bishop.
You want to talk about rivalries? You've got the Cleveland team. You've got the Lorain County Leviathan. You've got Akron with a team that's going to play in Info Center Stadium. Tell me those are 3 teams that are going to be going at it. But they're going at it here. And Kevin, amazing, because we talked about Zendelek, he's as good as they get. The Crunch, 4 goals in 3 minutes and 21 seconds, which is just amazing. amazing. Like I said, the old song, the old disco song, it's raining men. In the Wolstein Center today for the Crunch, it's raining goals.
We will flip sides here once the teams come out of their quarter break. We do have a special kind of presentation here this evening. One of the local high school teams here doing so well in town. I didn't hear exactly which school it was, but what the Crunch organization does and what organizations in the MLIS do, because I've seen this on the other broadcasts here on the MLIS Pro YouTube channel, is presenting and spotlighting the youth teams, the high school teams, the amateur teams in town of all of the cities, and soccer is continuing to grow here in the United States.
I will say this league gets it, the teams get it, and especially the Crunch ownership. Moving back downtown, moving back to the place where we had championships galore with the Cleveland Crunch, and they're back at it again. And you mentioned the stars on the jersey to represent the championships. Those are things that are earned with practice, patience, blood, sweat, and tears.
And I think that might be one of the coaches here in the new era of the Crunch soccer. I think that looks like Louis Kostelik down there with these boys as they come off the pitch. What you love to see there, Sammy Mutemwa came out and gave a handshake, not just a high five, not just kind of like walking by and saying, good stuff. He gave a handshake and kind of that pat on the back to each and every single person and member of the youth group here tonight.
And that's what the Crunch stand for: community, city, pride, respect, and manners.
Both teams back to their starters here tonight. As Suljevic will get us back underway, both teams will switch sides. We are here on the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC Plus, audio, radio coverage, radio home of the Crunch, WOBO Radio, Lorain County Country, presented by the great people at Great Lakes Honda West in Elyria.
And brothers, the WOBO staff, which I'm honored to be, we will be here in full force tomorrow, tossing some things out with the crowd.
Stop up here.
Go easy on me, okay?
Okay. Make sure all those guys stop up here at the broadcast booth. I want to make sure I give my true thanks and appreciation for all that they do and to all that they do to help promote this great game.
Like Mikey Tarasek was looking around that time, the ball just kind of skidded off his foot, and here come the Crusaders back on the attack. And yes, Sandalak is coming right up to the midfield line. Not yet, but he's on the way.
14 minutes left here in the first half. Crunch lead 4-1, just underway here in that second quarter. Zendelek cross pass to Nasiri. He will look to send it back all the way to Zendelek. Zendelek now the furthest up. He will take another shot, and that goes way up into the top portion of the lower bowl here in the Wolstein Center.
I saw Dave Jordan kind of making some motions. If they could get a block when Zendelek tees off, I guarantee you they're going to get an empty net goal, and it counts just like a regular one because finding the back of the net.
So here comes Ramzi Hassan, one of the starters here. Leaford Allen comes in with 15 goals, a leading goal scorer amongst the group that's here tonight. They do have a futsal tournament going on in Toronto, so some of the Toronto players are here in Cleveland, some of them participating in that futsal tournament, and we're wishing them luck and health up there as well. The great soccer tournaments all over the place. Nagy takes a rip. That one also goes into the crowd. Not as high as Zendelek's, but still way over the glass behind the Crusaders.
I'll tell you this, number 8, Ramsey Hassan for the Crusaders. He is dangerous. He's got, most players have 4 or 5 gears. He's got a 6th, 7th gear when you see him take off. So we'll make sure to keep him posted. And I guarantee the Crunch will keep an eye on him down at the other end.
Najar with the header out of play. Allow the defense to retreat for the Crunch. Just like quarter number 1, Crusaders with the early possession advantage here in quarter number 2.
But Sveko is all over Hassan, won't let him get any breathing room.
Zendelek trying to find Allen against Sveko. Not able to do so. Piwu trying to leak out to Najar. Hassan, again, good pressure there. Looking for the 1-2, not there. Shot, far side. Najar blocks it away.
Hey, bro, I'll tell you something. Allen's got a wide body. Doesn't need to post up in there and push back the defender.
12:58 now. Quarter number 2, 4-1 crunch. No goals scored here in the second quarter, but it wasn't until 4 minutes left in the first that we started to get some action, putting the ball in the back of the net. So kind of starting the very similar way we started in the first quarter here as in the second.
St. Sprackton was looking for that open net I talked about.
No one there for the Crusaders on the pass off the wall from Zach Drake. Now Nagy on the sprint, wins it. He will take a shot that Zendelek sends up into the crowd. Nagy fading away to his left. Got a good rip, and all Zendelek could do was punch it out of play.
But Omar Najjar, out of the corner of his eye, saw Nagy taking off. Nagy just sped by 2 defenders that time. And once again, that's why Zendelek is one of the best.
Derizic, Nagy, and Swan, as Jordan went with his left foot. That one goes wide. Those are 3 of your 4 goal scorers here tonight for the Crunch.
Boy, Captain Dave thought he had the back post that time.
Suljevic now, league leading 20 assists, also league leading points per game at 5.
He's a maestro out there, isn't he, with the ball?
He is, and been doing that his whole career. Mutemwa over to Jordan's left foot again, just wide. That one off of Meheber, the captain. He took the brunt of that one, but did just enough. Mutemwa against Mencia, and now Mutemwa goes down, and the blue cards that were given out game 1, the schedules, people still bringing them back. That's why you gotta love fans in this league and fans in Cleveland. They know exactly what they need to do, game in and game out.
I was laughing before the foul was called. The fans were on their feet, yelling for that to happen.
Suljevic sends it to Kuhn at the point, just over one of those yellow lines that split across the pitch. Suljevic over to Kuhn, 11:29 left in the second quarter, 4-1 Crunch.
Boy, Crunch backing up the Crusaders defense big time now.
All 5 behind that yellow line for the most part.
They want to pack it in and help.
About 70% of the match so far. Kuhn, again, looking for a runner. Everybody kind of staying wide right now. Nobody making those runs in the middle, kind of just like a zone in basketball. You want someone there at the high post. Wow, just wide by Hancock. How did he shoot from that angle? I have no idea, but almost put that one in.
Brilliant attempt that time by Hancock. And he teed that one off, too.
Suljevic, near post, near boards to Derizic. Sees the double team, and here come the Crusaders. Looking for a runner. He's got one far side. That was Phillips sending it down. Toronto looking for a runner. Shot just wide there. Schifano not able to corral. He will allow Mencia to do so.
To show you the acumen of Musa, he didn't even move on that when he knew it was wide. And to me, a ball coming at you that fast, it's like he was ready to set up for the rebound.
Quarter number 2, MLIS action here at the Wolstein Center in downtown Cleveland. 10-10 left here in the first half. Crunch still with the 4-1 lead. Schifano working against Hancock. He defends him brilliantly against the boards, but a errant pass goes right to Mencia for the Crusaders.
Mencia was Johnny on the spot that time to pick that one up, although it was not a good pass.
So the Crusaders with Musiri. Swan wins it. He's got a goal to his name tonight, and there he is again, doing the dirty work for the team. He's going to take a lot of those turf burns for you, but he's going to get his body in the way and deflect it, just like we've seen from the captain for the Crusaders, Meheber, here tonight as well.
As intense a game as we have seen a regular season game so far. Punch up 4-1, but the Crusaders are a worthy foe. They're 10-0 on the year.
Another ovation for the legendary Bernie Kosar in the building here tonight. As he stands behind Mario Musa. And that goal watching the match here tonight. Seeing the Crunch to the good right now, 4-1. 9:25 left, quarter number 2. Chanchar to Mutemwa. Near the top of the box, that one squirts all the way across over midfield. Back
Crunch
to
trying to stretch
Chanchar.
out that D, Kevin.
Here comes Mutemwa. Over to Piwu, left foot just didn't get anything on it. He stays with it, and it squirts out to Mutemwa. Mutemwa taking possession back is Ramzi Hassan. And now he finds Allen on the sprint against Chanchar. And that one goes off of Chanchar just hard enough back to Mario Musa.
Well, that was a battle, Allen and Chanchar. Bobby not giving any ground to Allen, and he's a good one.
Chanchar saw Allen coming for sure and kind of hunkered down, kind of anchored.
Had that vision, didn't he, to know exactly what he was going to be doing?
Yep, and took that brunt to that contact, just shoulder to shoulder. Nothing malicious. Here comes Spragley from Sveko. Off the wall, good positioning from Zendelek. That's what a great goalkeeper does. Gets that ball pinned against the boards and now sends his team up going the other way. Kuhn just gets a deflection off the foot of Osario, who has the lone goal so far. Now Hassan. That one goes off the boards. Nagy trying to head it away. Kuhn trying to sprint out. Hassan there again.
Great defense by Hassan on Kuhn.
Ramzi Hassan has been everywhere tonight for the Crusaders. And now a foul will be called, a delayed foul. That will be called from across the pitch. The other official was right there with the play, but the official on the near side called that one. I think feet got tangled and just they saw one player go down.
It looked like Hassan was throwing himself at the legs of Kuhn that time, but Kuhn got called for the foul.
Zendelek forces Musa into a save. Someone has got to step.
They play on. Oh my, they're banging down there, Kevin.
Hancock goes down. Crowd doesn't like it. We play on. 7.5 left. Musa was yelling out to his defenders. Someone has to step quickly to Zendelek, force him to pass that ball because he can shoot from deep.
The Crunch faithful are special, my friend, as you hear them trying to help out the guys who are calling the game.
Ryan Minnick in there with Jamie McCourt, Chris Sveko, Dave Jordan, and Carter Hancock, the 5 for the Crunch. Zendelek is the goalkeeper with Hassan Nasiri. Schifano is out there along with Maheber.
You know, I like that.
Drake was out there as well.
Let Zendelek go back to get to the ball if he's coming up to play offense.
Kind of a smart move here, just letting time tick away. That ball just sitting just outside of his box. He's taking a chill along the boards, just kind of leaning his back against them, taking his time, but he's not inside that box, so there's no delay of game there.
But Jordan setting up the defense nicely.
Swan reads that off the wall from Schifano. Now he'll defend. It's taken down. No, nothing called. Musa there on the near boards, and again!
Block,
two times!
2 saves in a row from Mario.
McCourt trying to slide, and Maheber just gets blocked. McCourt doing the splits out there to deflect that one out of play. 6:16 to go. And now the media timeout will come with 6:16 to go. 4-1 Crunch on top in this one as they will go and talk about it with their head coaches, Antonio Mann for the Crunch, John Williams of the Crusaders.
Kevin, when you see players like McCourt doing what they're doing, you see players like Kuhn, who know those gentlemen's names before the season started? We did, but not a lot of people did. They are making brilliant plays. They're giving their all. Once the Crunch realize that the #1 seed is not out of reach. Win today, don't even think about tomorrow. After today is over, then you think about tomorrow, and you get some help from Pittsburgh next week. Just stellar play defensively and offensively with that flurry of goals in the first period.
If you are Northeast Ohio and you need HVAC/R support that scales with your business, Engineering Excellence delivers nationwide service with certified technicians, 24/7 support, and seamless integration with platforms like Service Channel and SAP Ariba. From preventative maintenance to emergency repairs, we serve over 16,000 sites across all 50 states. Call 216-600-4192 or visit engineeringexcellence.com. If you can hear me down there, Gianluca Di Giacomo, our sideline reporter. He is down there in the action along the boards, in amongst some of the team conversations. What have you liked, what have you not liked, and what can you tell us down there from the sidelines right now, Gianluca?
With how calm and was that the Crunch were given the magnitude of this game when it comes to the seeding later on in the season. But for the most part, I mean, the Crunch have been absolutely fantastic today on the offensive end. I don't think the Crusaders have been defensively shown up the way they were in the final minutes of that first quarter. I think that things have evened out a little bit since then, but overall, the Crunch did their homework. You know, the Crusaders love that slow pace, kind of kill them with boredom, and then push up as a unit and make do. But The Crunch have found their way around that. They've combated the low block quite well. And if they keep this up for the next 3 quarters of action, it's going to be something special.
Thank you so much, Gianluca.
Brilliant comments, sir. Oh, my God. Saying exactly what's happening in this game. Gianluca hit it on the head.
He did. I'm Kevin Arnold. He is Mark Munch Bishop. 6:16 to go, coming out of the media timeout. 4-1 Crunch. No goals here in the second quarter. All 5 of the goals that have been scored came in the last 4 minutes of that first quarter, as we said. And just like Gianluca was talking about down there, yes, a slow pace. The Crunch score about 2 more goals per game than the Crusaders, and yet the Crusaders are the ones sitting with that 10-0 lead because they lull you to sleep, and then they definitely finish with the best of them in front of net. As we are back underway, Najar defending, trying to find Piwu. Piwu gets taken down, nothing called, and now they will call it back. They were looking at Jamin McCord. I know there's some frustration. Jamin McCord had a step on that ball, possibly going towards goal. They want to make sure any advantage played, they get that right before they bring it back.
Well said. People thinking, well, that was a late whistle. No, they were waiting to see what happened with McCourt with the ball. And I'll tell you this, Piwu got decked. That was almost a body block that time from one of those big, wide-bodied Toronto players.
If you're a hockey fan, that's just like a delayed penalty. They allow play to go on until something stops it, or there's no advantage to the offensive team anymore, and then they bring it back to where they need to, and just like that, they do that with the Crunch. Now Suljevic with Chanchar, Mutemwa, Piwu, and Najar.
The way Suljevic sees the field when he's running a point out there is just brilliant.
5:45 to go, quarter number 2. Still Crunch 4, Crusaders 1. From Toronto, the leaders in the North Division, undefeated on the season. Going to be one of the number 1s. Right now, they're sitting in one of those number 1 seed positions going to Vegas in the playoffs.
Like what the Crunch are doing now, trying to pull the defense out a little bit. Not that Zendalek needs help, but the less bodies around him, easier it is to score.
So here comes Suljevic, just defended, like you were just talking about. It's almost like that Princeton offense. He will get taken down. And not liking the call was Courtney Smith, but foul will be called just outside that yellow line. That Princeton offense where you bring 4 out, you're trying to spread everybody out and try to find those runs in the middle. That's exactly what the Crunch are trying to do. They're trying to take that wall of 5 defenders and move them further out so they have more room to work with.
Courtney looked like an NBA player. Anytime a whistle's blown, they throw their hands out when it's definitely a foul.
Suljevic will take a rip. That one goes just high. It's kind of what you want to see from Suljevic moving forward. He's been very, very good at picking out passes off those free starts this season. Sometimes you want that ball on his foot to make a play.
The ball has been the Crunches, except for about the first 3-4 minutes of the game. They have dominated play.
Under 5 minutes to go, 4:49. Now in the second quarter, this is kind of the point where we started to see the fireworks start in quarter number 1. Does quarter 2 mirror quarter 1? Sveko patiently, so the Crunch work the ball around the perimeter.
We're right at the mark. 4:28 of the first was the first goal, and we're there right now.
Suljevic from Kuhn. They've pulled 3 of the defenders for the Crusaders out near midfield, just looking for some offensive movement. Now Crusaders doing what they want to do. They're pushing the Crunch deeper, closer to Musa, but Kuhn gets away. They have some numbers.
3 on 2. Oh,
good defense there by Phillips.
Oh, boy, he saved the goal. There's no doubt. The Crunch had 3 on 2 coming at Zendalek.
And now 4 on 2 for the Crusaders. Goes to 3 on 2, now 3 on 3. Leiford Allen kind of hung back there. They had a chance to go 4 on 1 on the counterattack. That one to Allen's left foot, a kick save at the near post from Mario Musa.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Super Mario.
Mario Musa keeps this game 4-1 with 3:46 to go. Thank you to everybody tuned in. MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC Plus, and radio coverage on WOBL Radio here tonight. I'm Kevin Arnold. He's Mark Munch Bishop. Gianluca DiGiacomo, you heard from him recently down there on the sideline. LPV Productions crew led by Peter Tella. Philip Zendalek, the goalkeeper, forces Musa into another save right at point blank, and punches it away.
Bang, bang, bang.
Mario Musa standing on his head in this first half. 4-1 still, Crusaders with the ball. Now Yusuf Nasiri going one-on-one with Ryan Minnick. He'll send it off to Zendelek. This is where Zendelek either likes to pick out a pass or try to shoot. Hassan kind of in his pathway there. He'll find Nasiri.
Boy, pinched in the corner nicely by the Crunch defense.
That one, Sveko tried to get away, and then Schifano, that one goes into the upper deck of the Wolstein Center.
Schifano definitely that time just tried to put a shot on goal. Didn't really have a good one, but they know they're down 4-1, only 2:59 left in the half.
As HX on the YouTube channel says, looks like a great crowd. It is a really great crowd here at the Wolstein Center. Just more and more fans coming out. There's still one more game to go tomorrow. Get your tickets, theclevelandcrunch.com, as the Crunch will take on Rockford Thunder out of Illinois tomorrow, but still plenty of work to do tonight. 2:45 left. Here comes the Crusaders. McCain Spragling gets in the way of that one.
Boy, the train sped up the pitch that time to get that ball.
Osario was going to find Hassan if Spradling did not get in the way. Now Piwu looking for the outlet. Just getting lucky enough. Piwu wins it with his strength. Puts it to his left foot and finishes!
Oh, my!
Gabriel Piwu!
That was a shake and bake on Zach Drake. Piwu found the back post again, and another goal for the Crunch. Oh, Gabriel, that was brilliant. Blow your horn. That's Angel Gabriel out there on the pitch for the Crunch.
5-1 with 2:22 to go here in quarter number 2. Gabriel Piwu puts home his 16th goal on the season. Man, Zach Drake was lucky enough to be in the right position, but Piwu, just like Mutemwa, would not be denied. It looked like that first touch got away from him. He got there just in the nick of time, poked it home into the back post with his left foot, and we sit 5-1 with 2:20 left in the first half.
Kevin, the Crusaders know that they have to score, and their 5 men were all bunched in around the goal that time. Crunch took advantage of it.
So now we're back underway. Crunch with that high press, good turn along the far boards by Nasiri. Manfoot looking for Nasiri, throwing that off arm at Derizic. He is down, still slow to get up, and he will be replaced by Piwu.
Boy, Mikey holding on to his face, his nose especially.
Maheber with a shot, then Nasiri got on the rebound. Now Piwu was looking for another outlet pass from Musa, not able to collect that one. The captain Maheber, good transition defense. Schifano, that one was by Musa, but it went off the wall. Hassan not able to get there.
And Bobby helped him out too.
Piwu wins it to Mutemwa, sees 3 in front of him. Wisely holds it up with 1:25 to go.
Yeah, you had 3 defenders back, and no sense doing 2 on 3 there.
Here comes Hassan to double team, and that one gets poked out of play. So it allows both teams to bring in some reinforcements and fresh legs.
Nagy comes off the bench with looking like a poker player, like poker face, like ready to wheel and deal with 1:19 left in the half at 5-1 Crunch lead. Boy, Nagy's got a swagger, doesn't he?
He does.
It's not cocky, it's confident. You know the difference.
Yep.
Cocky means you think you can do it. Confidence means you know you can do it.
And he backs it up with his play on the pitch in his first season with the Crunch. Nagy with it. They'll try to find Jordan. High press there from the Crusaders. Musa, calm, cool, and collected, sends it deep to Piwu, not there. Maheber got in the way, and now DeQueto gets deflected, so a little pinball action as we go under a minute to go, under 50 seconds now left in the second quarter.
What a rock of Gibraltar Dave Jordan is back there. Just 2 times, took the ball away and just sent it up the pitch.
So 5 goals scored in the first between both teams, only 1 here, and that is off the left foot of Gabriel Piwu, which made it 5-1. He is back in there. Derizic, good to see him able to come back into this one. He will slot into that midfield spot. Jordan with a rip, Zendelek into a full stretch save. 25 seconds. Nagy still with it. Sveko will find Derizic. Fakes, shoots, scores!
Oh, you saw it happening. You saw that happening. So back on the Derizic. It was brilliant. And another Crunch. Goal!
Mikey Derizic!
Oh, my.
Off the pass from Sveko. Gave a fake, gave a touch, and ripped it to the back of the net. 16 and a half seconds to go. It is 6-1, and Derizic puts home his second.
Kevin, just as big as the goal for the Canadian Crusaders was with 41.6 seconds in the first. That goal is huge, which is 16 seconds. It's like committing your 5th foul in basketball, with just a few seconds left going on to get into the half. That is a monstrous goal. Derzic made sure it's going to happen. But how about the pass to effective?
Jordan wins that one. Saw on the replay, Derzic, he got that fake, and he just did just enough of a touch with his left foot to get it in front of him to get that shot off. And now, final shot before the buzzer sounds, coming there. That one, they're going to say ball contacts. Jordan got taken out as he tried to send that one to finish out the quarter. He's looking, his coach is looking.
That's a stare down on a defender who undercut him.
Antonio Manfoot is going to come over to the officials, and some of the assistants, Yusuf Nasiri, trying to plead his case for something. Manfoot just trying to get an explanation of what the officials saw there, as he was a little more calm than Nasiri was going to the officials. But that takes us to the locker rooms, takes us to halftime. It is 6-1 Cleveland. And we will be back for a first half recap in just a few moments here all along the Cleveland Crunch Broadcasting Network.
Built on service, driven by integrity, trusted through compassion. They serve, we honor. They commit, we care. They sacrifice, we heal. At Apex Skin, a veteran-owned practice, we proudly give back to those that gave so much by offering free scar revisions through our Purple Heart Project. Trusted care for every journey. Visit apexskin.com/care to schedule your appointment today.
Liberty Home Mortgage is kicking off a new sponsorship with Cleveland Crunch.
We're revolutionizing the way mortgage lending is done today.
Looking to purchase or refinance a home? We'll find the best solution for you.
Come see how Liberty Home Mortgage is changing the game.
Real ingredients, real tradition. Crazy corn, full flavor, every bite. Trust me, you want this.
I'm coming out with my Focuseuticals, my natural energy. You matter.
At Cardinal Credit Union, we're more than just a place to bank. We're on your team. We're local and proud to put Cleveland families first. And now, anyone can join. Cardinals for Cleveland and for parents. With their first debit card, kids learn smart money habits and parents stay in control with real-time supervision. Chores like walking the dog turn into real rewards. Parents lead, kids earn, and everyone scores. Join online or visit our branches and discover the Cardinal difference. Cardinal Credit Union. People helping people.
At Apex Skin, we drive every patient experience in commitment, collaborate with purpose, and deliver excellence, providing care that's compassionate, connected, and centered around you. Trusted care every step of the way.
Freshly chopped, perfectly topped, fresh chips, creamy queso. Feeling thirsty? Try one of our signature drinks. Mexican classics? Always.
Back inside the Wolstein Center, halftime here between the Cleveland Crunch and Toronto Crusaders, as it is 6-1 Crunch. They lead in a vital game for them. They want a little get back. They've already clinched the playoffs, but they want to try to fight for one of those #1 seeds here in the North Division. And they go against Toronto tonight with a lead at halftime. I'm Kevin Earl. He is Mark Munch Bishop. We are on the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC Plus, and radio coverage on WOBL Radio, Lorain County Country. Munch, your thoughts in that first half? And I know you got a whole list of goal scorers for our Crunch in that first half.
Well, number one, before the game, talking to all the Crunch players, Giancarlo pointed out, my friend, brilliantly, they were calm, cool, and collected. They were smiling. They were having fun. Got bro hugs from everybody on the team. When it came time to start the game, we saw it. The Crunch was just going to see what are the Crusaders going to try to do. Crusaders controlled the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game, playing all of it on their offensive end. Then bang, the Crunch just came along. It took them to 4:28 when Mutombo found the back of the net to make it 1-0. Then before you knew it, at 3:27, Swan scored. At 1:56, Mikey Derzing is 3-0. At 1:07, it's Nagy. That is 4-0 Crunch. And then with 41.6 seconds, Osario scored for the Crusaders. Now in the second, it took all the way, my golly, the 2:22 when P.U. scored. Then Mikey finished it off on a beautiful pass from Sveko, 16.6 seconds. But Kevin, here's what impressed me. The goalkeeper, like you have in the net for the Crusaders, who's as good as they get, if not one of the best, only giving up 4.42 a game, Zendelek, is that the Crunch goals, they were not helter-skelter. They weren't just trying to put the ball on net to put the ball on net. They worked for shots. They had the vision to see what they were going to do before they teed it off. I mean, P.U.'s goal was like that. Mikey's, and all the goals were just brilliant, hard-earned, smart soccer goals.
Metro Health Sports Medicine provides expert care for athletes of all levels, ages 7 and up. As exclusive medical provider of the Cleveland Crunch, they deliver world-class treatment for everything from ankle and knee injuries to shoulder and spine conditions. With immediate access to medical, surgical, and rehabilitation specialists, their team has the experience to keep you moving. Visit metrohealth.org/sportsmedicine or call 216-95-SPORT. That's 216-957-7678 to learn more. Metro Health Sports Medicine, the Crunch's trusted team, and yours too. You were kind of going through those goals there, scored the total of 7 in that first half. 6 of the 7, of course, scored by the Crunch. You saw the highlights there if you were watching the video on the various video media outlets we have broadcasting the game tonight. But what you like there, I think it was a good mix, Munch, of ball movement between teammates, the good ball movement that you want to see, quick ball movement by the Crunch. That's what they preach, that's what they want to do, but also that want to, that give a darn by the players. With P.U. and Mutemwa's goals, those were goals by pure effort, energy, passion, heart.
Staying with it, not giving up. And they didn't give up regardless. There's just an extra something that, I'm going to stay with it until secured by the netminder or the ball is already heading up the pitch and I got to go out and help it. They were relentless. That is the word I wanted to use.
So we are still here during the halftime break as I think it is the Aurora Soccer Club. Those kids get a chance to play where the pros play, and such a great thing that the Crunch organization does. We are in the midst of Fan Appreciation Night. There's so many giveaways going on. You get Greeny Sports Cards is here tonight, and they're giving out player cards.
Dude, you know what? When you talk in sports cards, it makes me feel like a little kid walking up Harvard Avenue from the deli where we used to go get our cards, and they were all, Mr. Lamboy was always there for us. Well, no matter what sport it is, you're opening up that pack of cards with the gum as hard as concrete. We used to have a game. We'd throw the gum down to see if it would chip the concrete, and of course, pick it up and chew it.
Well, the cards, I still have binders upon binders of cards still around the house. And of course, they do a great job with their sports cards.
Oh, Greeny's is the best, man.
They are live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on social media channels at Greeny Sports Cards. Make sure to follow them, join their conversations. You got hobby talk, great interviews and live auctions on eBay with their auctioneer, Alex. Find the social links on their website, greeniesportscards.com, and get all the latest on the next shows that they will be at with greenieshows.com. So get all the latest there. I think I saw Steve is in Chicago at a sports card show.
Cool
so
is that?
They go all across the
have
country, and then
grown.
Jeremy's here in the house tonight.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting too? It's just a lot of fun because it makes me feel like a kid. A lot of folks close to my age feel the same way. And how cool is it? Just saw 8 youngsters running around with a P-Woo sign that was handmade by them, just making sure that it was there. And everybody knows that Gabriel, what a great goal he had. Of course, it's 2:22 of the second. Think about the defense played on both sides. So you went, almost 13 minutes in the second without a goal. In the first, before that flurry of goals, you went almost 11 minutes without a goal.
Gianluca Di Giacomo, our sideline reporter, is down there along the boards. Teams are still in the locker rooms. Gianluca, your thoughts on that first half, and what do you expect to see from both teams here in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, overall, fellas, I'm really pleased with what I'm seeing. Leaving a sour note in the mouths of the Crusaders at the end of each quarter. You know, unfortunately wasn't able to get a halftime interview. Antonio Manfoot wasn't too happy with the last call going into the break, and Bobby Chanchar promptly ordering everybody off the pitch. But Antonio did give me a nice little grin and said, it was a nice first half, huh? Simple as, and went on his way. But the scoring has been phenomenal. I don't think the Crusaders have ever been backed up against a wall like this season, but at the same time, you cannot let your hubris kill you. But right now, I think the guys are in the perfect state of mind to continue a successful second half.
Thank you so much there, Gianluca. Great comments there along the sidelines. As my family hands me a Dunkin' disc that I might have to throw from on top here. I might give it a shot from all the way
you
up
got to
here.
give it a shot for me. And you know what, Kevin? I have seen this in so many sports where the coach, the head coach, whether it's basketball, especially hockey, indoor soccer or outdoor soccer, the coach stomping down on a gas pedal, saying, keep the pedal down. You know what I've said too? And the Canadian Crusaders are 10-0, so they're not a proverbial mosquito, but what you do to a mosquito, I learned this years ago, you don't swat it, you blow it up with dynamite. You blow it up with nitroglycerin to make sure it doesn't come back to take a sting out of you. So that's what the Crunch have to do, and I do look for the Crusaders to try to push it a bit more, even with their great goalie Zendelik, and bang, the Crunch are going to have some open nets to shoot at in the second half.
So we'll take a commercial break here in just a second. Got to remind you about all homeowners about Pella Windows. Are you ready to update your home's curb appeal? Save money on your home's cooling and heating bills. Pella Windows and Doors is offering a Cleveland Crunch discount. Please listen, $1,000 off your Pella project. Yes, that's right, $1,000 off. Visit Pella.com. Learn more about their windows and doors, and don't forget to mention Cleveland Crunch to claim the exclusive offer. Again, go to Pella.com, schedule your free, yes, free in-home consultation, and don't forget to mention Cleveland Crunch to get that $1,000 off of your Pella Windows project. We will hit a break. Mark Munch Bishop, myself, Kevin Arnold, and Gianluca Di Giacomo, along with LPV Productions, will be back all along the Crunch Broadcasting Network.
At Apex Skin, we drive every patient experience in commitment, collaborate with purpose, and deliver excellence, providing care that's compassionate, connected, and centered around you. Trusted care every step of the way.
Craving burritos, tacos, or quesadillas? We've got you covered. Made to order. Every single time.
At Cardinal Credit Union, we're more than just a place to bank. We're on your team. We're local and proud to put Cleveland families first. And now, anyone can join. Cardinals for Cleveland and for parents. With their first debit card, kids learn smart money habits and parents stay in control with real-time supervision. Chores like walking the dog turn into real rewards. Parents lead, kids earn, and everyone scores. Join online or visit our branches and discover the Cardinal difference. Cardinal Credit Union. People helping people.
I'm coming out with my Focuseuticals, my natural energy. You matter.
Built on service, driven by integrity, trusted through compassion. They serve, we honor. They commit, we care. They sacrifice, we heal. At Apex Skin, a veteran-owned practice, we proudly give back to those that gave so much by offering free scar revisions through our Purple Heart Project. Trusted care for every journey. Visit apexskin.com/care to schedule your appointment today.
Authentic Mexican flavor, made fresh from scratch. Every ingredient prepared with real Mexican tradition. Your bowl, your rules. Visit us at one of our Cleveland locations.
Well, I'm sorry to report that my Ultimate Frisbee days here on the campus of Cleveland State University did not help me get a prize for my kid during the dunk and disc toss, but Mario Musa, as he has done in net, blocked a disc going into a pool. So he helped out a fan here tonight. He's helping out his team. He's helping out the fans. You said it during the break. I'm Kevin Arnold. He's Mark Munch Bishop. We are here on the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, Rock Entertainment Sports Network, as well as WKYC Plus, and the audio on WOBL Radio 107.7 FM, 1320 AM, streaming worldwide at WOBLradio.com. They've been playing country musics, new and old, and of course a lot of those old ones coming from the 90s right now. Since 1971, Crunch Radio coverage on WOBL, brought to you by Great Lakes Honda West in Elyria. Munch, you said it like I said during the break. Going into our conversation, reviewing that first half, talking about the second half, one thing we didn't talk about enough, I feel like, is Mario Musa.
Mario has been brilliant. He has been focused. He has been dialed in, doing what he does, and that is being spectacular. On the other hand, Zandelek is as good as they get, but the Crunch has just been relentless, and that has been the key to this game so far. Once again, the Crusaders are going to have to score goals. That means they're going to have to go on the attack even more, and I look for Zandelek to even join the attack even more than he's been, and that means way up to the yellow line, if not inside. So the bottom line is look for the Crunch to tee off. One thing, when they came out the stretch before the second half begins, Mikey Darisic went up to each of the players, gave them a little shoulder bump, a little fist bump, very serious, saying, you know what, there's 30 minutes to play. Let's handle our business. Let's get out of here with a W. But the bottom line is the Crunch, they're loose, but they're confident, and they're just focused, and they're intense.
As the Crusaders come out of their locker room a little bit later, the Crunch are kind of getting their starters out there ready to go. Crusaders a little late coming out, but we will let you know, of course, about the title sponsor. You see them across the chest of all of the Crunch players, and that is Cardinal Credit Union. They have been serving Northeast Ohio communities since 1953, and today they're proud to serve as the official credit union and title sponsor of the Cleveland Crunch. Membership is easy. With just $5, you become a member and an owner with access to checking, savings, loans, and more. If you live and work in Lake, Cuyahoga, Geauga, or surrounding counties, Cardinal Credit Union may be the right financial partner for you. And once you're a member, always a member at Cardinal Credit Union. Again, I am Kevin Arnold. He is Mark Munch Bishop, the OG, as I like to call him, the original voice of the Cleveland Crunch, as a yellow card does get shown to the Crusaders bench because of them delaying the game and not coming out of their locker room. So one player will have to serve that 5-minute infraction. You won't take a player off the pitch, but there have to be one player that won't be able to play for 5 minutes with that yellow card.
They're shorthanded too, and the great Tim Team. Tima, did you see the T-shirt down there when you had hair?
Oh, come on, Munch. Come on, be nice to me. Come on.
I mean, you're the greatest, man.
I had a picture with Bernie, and all my buddies said he has more hair than you.
Well, he said to me he got his picture with you.
Oh, okay. Good to see you guys, man.
Yep. Tim Tima, getting his number retired. I'm Kevin Arnold. Tim, I always watched you playing it growing up, and appreciate everything you did for Northeast Ohio and soccer here in the area.
And I was honored and blessed to be able to call the games with you on the pitch, man. You're the greatest.
You guys are great, man. Take it easy.
Appreciate it. shot that was trying to be chipped over Zendelek as we do finally get underway here in the second half. And what an honor it was to have Tim Tima getting his number retired, number 17 retired here tonight, coming up to the broadcast booth to say hello here this evening.
And the Crunch didn't waste any time when I was talking about. Zendelek came flying out and bang, tried to chip it over his head. Look for more attempts like that.
So starters remain Suljevic, Derizic, Jordan, Chanchar, Mutemwa, same starters for the Crusaders as well. Zendelek in goal, Jared Phillips, Yusuf Nasiri, Ramzi Hassan, Michael Osario, and Andrea Schifano. Osario with the only goal for the Crusaders as they trail 6-1 at the Wolstein Center in Cleveland, Ohio.
And I like how Mutombo basically pushed Osario back over the back towards his own goal at the time with the ball.
Osario was trying to find a runner on the back post as he poked that across the goal mount, but they will stay in possession to Toronto as they go back, going right to left, Crunch left to right. Yusuf Nasiri just transferred back. He was with Toronto to start the season, transferred to Lansing in the middle, and then a transfer back to Toronto here in their final 2 games of the season, and possibly going to see him a part of the action there in Vegas.
Boy, not a tough shot at all. Mooses has a runner downfield. It's Derizic.
That one kind of hung up in the air, forced Suljevic to kind of wait for that one. You know, it's just like a quarterback. I know Bernie Kosar, who we had here tonight, didn't throw many of them, but we've seen passes like that here in Cleveland just hang up in the air. Wide receivers looking for it. That one just hung up in the rafters a little bit for Musa, because Suljevic definitely had a couple steps past all the Crusaders defenders.
And how unselfish has Admir been today? He is such a great player. Whether he finds a back of the net or not, he contributes every time he's on the pitch.
That pass found the gap right there between the glass and the wall, and here comes Nagy. Finds
what a brilliant
far
pass.
side. That one just tipped away. Good job by Courtney Smith. Got a toe on that one as they were looking for Spragling on the far side, and he was trying to cut it back to a trailer.
Brilliant defense by Smith this time. Boy, that was great passing too by the Crunch as he moved the ball up court, up pitch. What sport am I doing here?
Well, an AstroTurf can definitely play like a court because it is that fast, that smooth out there. 12:44 to go. No, we don't have a glass pitch here tonight with all of the fun little production on it like the Big 12 had. Musa takes the shot from Zendelek. He's had about 3 or 4 saves just from shots from Zendelek alone here tonight with 12:27 to go.
But being a netminer, Zendelek should know. He had nobody in front of him. Musa saw it coming all the way.
So Crusaders will be back in possession. The captain wearing the captain's armband for the Crusaders here tonight. Tim Maheber finds Zendelek.
And Zendelek's coming up again.
Hearing it from this Cleveland crowd here tonight. That's when you know you got a good rivalry on your hands. When the fans of both teams, you heard it up there in Toronto for Crunch players, Crunch fans giving it back to Toronto, because there is a sports dislike, but a true respect, I think, between both of these two rivals.
You know, Dancing Dan Cullen, a fixture at Crunch Game, said he's getting tired out dancing for 6 goals so far.
Zendelek will try to find Leiford Allen. Allen been kept quiet for the most part tonight. He was the leading goal scorer coming in for the roster Toronto was able to bring to Cleveland with 15 goals. Not much to speak of. Now here comes Nagy again. He's been with a purpose all night long. Gets taken down but finds Minnick to McCourt. Zendelek at the last minute.
Oh my,
comes
Zendelek,
in.
what a save.
Jamin McCourt denied on the doorstep by Zendelek.
Oh my, that was just brilliant because the Crunch had numbers again, and the Crunch are moving the ball around just with precision and just perfectly.
Crusaders had no idea where it was. They were definitely on their heels there. No one let the ball stick to their foot in that case.
Boy, pass, getting it up court and getting upfield in a hurry. There, I did it again.
4 of the 6 goals tonight have been assisted for the Crunch. The only goal from Michael Osario for the Crusaders, no assist given there. The second goal of the game, Brendan Swan's assist goes to Omar Najjar. Derizic's first goal, assist to Landon Kuhn. Tomasz Nagy was assisted, of course, by the outlet pass from Mario Musa. And the last goal that was scored in that first half, Mikey Derizic with a beautiful assist from Chris Sveko. So 6-1 we go, 10:47 left in quarter number 3. Kuhn, a couple fakes. Defender not getting off his spot, so it'll be sent all the way back to Mario Musa. Kind of seen the same story, Munch, in all 3 quarters so far. Crusaders come out with a purpose. They get some possession, nothing to show for it, and then the Crunch just force that 5-man wall back close to Philip Zendelek and their defending goal.
The Crunch is staying in shape, too, whether they're offense or defense. But that, I mean, they're in the positions they need to be. They're moving away from the ball, especially if they're passing it. They're passing and moving.
Musa thought they were going to get pressure from Rosario. He will back up, and he looks for a substitution. He will get one in the form of Courtney Smith. Here comes Mutemwa
There's
now.
his skills.
Against Maheber. Maheber, you have to give him credit for his defending efforts here tonight, but still 6 goals. Mutemwa trying to go with a solo effort. Thought Courtney Smith was dragging him backwards. Now Kuhn against Allen. Good transition defense. It's 3-on-3, but Allen gets behind Mutemwa, then couldn't get anything on it. Kind of got stuck under his right foot. Sojovic tried to touch by Maheber. Nothing doing. He will run off for a substitution as well. As action fast and heavy. No goals to speak of here in the quarter. All the action and goals scored have been under the 4-minute mark.
If Scafano gets near the ball, Crunch defenders right there out to poke it away.
Yusuf Nasiri sprints off the bench of the Crusaders. Here comes a shot, a kick save again from Mario Musa as Smith got it on his favored right foot, put everything behind it. Musa kicked it away.
Just like getting up in the middle of the net to get a drink of water.
Now Maheber will get it just over the midfield line. He will find Smith, far side. Swan, good positioning for the Crunch. Zendelek will come up to the Crunch crest on the midfield stripe. 8:47 to go, 6-1 Crunch. Trying to close out the season with fan appreciation night and afternoon tonight and then tomorrow with a game against Rockford at 2 p.m. Trying to finish with 2 wins and get to another double-digit win season.
Crunch will set up a 2-man wall to protect the near post.
So a corner, that one I think deflected off of Piwu. Smart idea by Nasiri to try to chip it over, maybe get it off the top of the wall.
But Phillips has a wide body to screen out the defender that time.
But Piwu saw it, got his head on it. Got his right hand wrapped, but you're on the field, you don't need your hands. He's definitely been putting in the effort defensively, winning balls back, and had a tremendous individual effort to score the 5th of 6 goals tonight. So now a foul on Toronto. Referees have to get in the middle. Tension's starting to rise just a little bit between these 2 teams. Now here comes Obi Chanchar, Omar Najjar, Carter Hancock, Ryan Minnick, Jamin McCourt. That'll be the 5 on the pitch for the Crunch. Najjar to Hancock, forcing Crusaders to retreat defensively.
Just intensity by both sides out there, Kevin. Both teams not giving an inch, but the Crunch a little bit of an advantage with 7:45 now left in the third and up 6-1.
Diagonal pass, but nothing can go anywhere. Carter Hancock off the pass from Omar Najjar. Ryan Minnick against Stoikoito. Now he'll send it back. Far board still, and then out of play off the foot of Hancock. And fans will throw that one back in. And now a stoppage in play as we get the ball back, and I think we may have a timeout as the entire Crunch team comes out. It'll be kind of a short break here. 6-1 Crunch, 7.5 left, so the halfway point of quarter number 3. So this will be basically our media timeout, and Mark Munch Bishop is alongside myself, Kevin Arnold, Gianluca Di Giacomo down there on the sidelines as well, with our LPV Productions crew led by Peter Tillett, bringing you the sights, the sounds of this one here tonight on the Crunch Broadcasting Network. And a good time to thank again AmeriCab as the official transportation company of the Cleveland Crunch. From airport trips, special events like weddings or birthdays to non-emergency medical transportation, AmeriCab has you covered. Call 216-881-1111 or book online today. AmeriCab, affordable travel anytime. They're always helping out, getting the visiting teams to where they need to go when they come into town and leave, and they're always there ready to give rides to anybody that needs them to get home safely after games, as people may enjoy the games more than you should if you get in the car. And please, as a PSA from the Crunch, and everybody here, do not drink and drive. Call people like AmeriCab to get you home safely.
Kevin, it's fan appreciation, and every time I turn around, T-shirts, soccer balls, things are being thrown into the crowd. The fans are getting into it, and the fans are behind their hometown heroes right now, the Cleveland Crunch. Cleveland Crunch doing everything possible, and Leiford Allen, who's a great player for the Crusaders, just chatting away with Musa and throwing his arms up, saying, "What can we do to sneak one by you?" And Mario just patted him on the back, saying, "Good luck, my friend." But the Crusaders' defense has definitely been ratcheted up. Crunch, though, too. Again, when the guys who scored the goals for the Crusaders, Allen, Scafano, when they touch the ball, bang, they are just smothered.
So we're back underway, coming out of the timeout. Crusaders with the ball, 7.5 to go. Quarter number 3, it is still 6-1. Staying at the same score line we went to the halftime break with. As Munch said, fan appreciation night. Plenty of stuff going in the crowds. I saw a lot of boxes, and I had a feeling fans were going to be going home with plenty of stuff after tonight's game and tomorrow afternoon's game as well. And they're hoping to go home happy with a win from the Crunch, and they're in good position right now. Mutemwa finds McCourt. He is one-on-one. He will shoot and forces Zendelek to punch it away.
Oh, my Zendelek, two-hand punch to get it out, and McCourt is down on the pitch, rolling in pain, and they are going to stop play.
They are going to stop play, so you hope for the best for McCourt. He went down. It was hip-to-hip contact between him and Jared Phillips. He will walk off under his own power, which
and
is
Phillips,
good to see.
I'd say, has a few pounds on him and a little bit more squat, really a great defender's body. And Phillips is the stuff that they get.
And in my eyes, not a foul there.
No.
Phillips, he did exactly what you teach defenders all the time. If you can't get in front, you go up against the opponent's shoulder and hip to not allow them to have that shooting room.
You can't
and
turn
McCourt
in.
was
Right,
just strong enough to still get a decent shot off and force Zendelek into a pretty spectacular save.
Captain Maharbar going to set it up the pitch.
Ramzi Hassan now, middle of the pitch, looking for a runner. He will send it back to Nasiri.
An unbelievable defense again by the Crunch, just taking away any attempt at a pass that time.
Kuhn playing in that defensive backfield today, playing against Leiford Allen, who's trying to post up. Zendelek will find Hassan just one player further. He sees 3 defenders. Allen with a good turn and a finish. That is just strength and effort from Leiford Allen, who gets his 16th on the year. There wasn't a lot of power behind it. He just placed it perfectly past Musa, and he gives them their second goal with 6:21 to go.
Allen muscled away from the defender. The defender was chest to back on him, and the bottom line is he's a great goal scorer, and they got it done there. Very important for the Crusaders to find the back of the net in the third period.
So the Crunch, one of the few times they've had to kick off from midfield here tonight. They give up the first goal of the third quarter, still lead by 4, 6-2. But again, Leiford Allen, nothing Kuhn could really do. That was just pure strength and effort.
Exactly.
To get a step by Kuhn. Kuhn did everything he could. Allen just using that big frame. And now here come the Crusaders again, 3-on-2.
Nagy got his pocket picked by Brown. By Smith, I'm sorry.
So Smith on the run, good defending, of course, by none other than Captain Crunch himself, Dave Jordan.
Again, Jordan just makes you feel so confident whenever he's on the pitch, especially when he's matched up against one of their scorers. Both
teams, of course, fighting for positioning still in the north, even though they're both going to Vegas. Crunch still leads 6-2. Nasiri goes down, nothing called. Officials now will stop play. Not sure, I don't know if they're just gonna call it out of play, so they're not bringing it back for a foul. It'll be out of play on the Crusaders. Nasiri went down, and I could see the officials immediately give that little hand gesture to get up, going down too easily in that contact between him.
Yeah, here's what's interesting too. 6-2 Crunch, 5:15 in the third. And can you feel the intensity rising up? Whoever is on the pitch right now, you certainly can, because the Crusaders have their back to the wall. But the Crunch also know that they need to finish.
Crunch sitting at 8-2. Crusaders are 10-0 on the season. Of course, shorthanded here tonight, but again, a lot of teams have gone through that. They're not going to make any excuses. Their coaches probably wouldn't let them anyways. There's still a lot of talent on that Crusaders bench. Crunch have just been that much better defensively here tonight. Derizic, nifty move to get away. He's got it to his right foot, finds Najar, back post. Hancock coming in late. Just, I think his shoe got caught up in the turf.
Yes, the turf monster grabbed him, and he had wide open back end of the net on a brilliant pass, but couldn't get it to go.
And then Doikoto goes, trying to go with his right foot. Najar sprinted back, got the deflection out of play, and now the Crunch will retreat. Zendelek venturing way out of net. It's a possible option for something that may go and get deflected out right there in the middle of the pitch where no one is standing in a white jersey.
All of our toughest nails, a slender young man, but bottom line is he got his body in there.
4:37 left in the third quarter. 6-2 Crunch. Only goal scored here by Leiford Allen here in the third. Zendelek, good nifty move around Mutemwa. If your extra attacker, especially your goalkeeper, can take one defender out of play, now you're 6-on-4. Crunch do a good job to force it back towards midfield. Now Piwu will send it deep. That one hits just before the yellow line. Zendelek on his horse. That wasn't going to go in anyways. Ambitious but decent effort from Piwu, seeing him out. Just couldn't get enough power behind that shot.
Leiford Allen is telling his men to get down here, get down here. We need to score goals.
That one Piwu gets just away, avoided the head of Zach Drake. Drake was going for a diving header. Somehow, no contact to the head. Zendelek will get it over midfield. 3:43 to go. Nagy, he has Zendelek out. And Zendelek just gets in the way.
Brilliant move by Zendelek just to get a foot down. Oh my gosh.
Nagy needed to get it just a half an inch to the left. Zendelek was there. Now off the wall. Drake in pursuit. Good move by Musa. Knew exactly where that ball was going to roll off the wall. Saw it all the way and was able to pick it up instead of having to clear out of his own half.
Zach Drake doing a gentlemanly thing, pulling up. You're not going to go into the other team's net line.
Carter Hancock with it near boards. Landon Kuhn is back. Now those 5 defenders get back for the Crusaders. Smith tried to win it. Swan off the wall. Good again by Zendelek to pin it. And here comes Allen.
He took away to their post that time. That's why he's a great one.
He's got Phillips, but it's 2-on-3, now 3-on-3, and good work there between Kuhn and McCourt on the far boards. Kuhn goes down, and now a foul will be called on Phillips. And now the foul's starting to rack up on both sides.
Phillips
but nowhere near the six
he's
foul
a tough
mark.
customer, isn't he? Well,
yes.
He is solid.
Of course, if you ask anybody in the stands, they would probably say there's been many, many more fouls on the Crusaders, but only 2 so far as of record. Excuse me, 3 so far. So the 6th foul goes to that penalty kick. Crunch with none, and now 1 foul by Ryan Minnick.
Ryan a little frustrated because he was stripped down there by Nasiri. Kind of gave it back to the Crusaders player. 6-2 Crunch, 2:27 left in the third.
But the clock did not start there. It still has not started.
Uh-oh.
So they're going to need a clock adjustment. Still has yet to start. We play on. No one has noticed as we only have 2 of the 4 boards working right now. It's still sitting at 2:25. They finally started it, but no one noticed. So we'll have a little extra here in the third quarter.
About 20 seconds extra.
Which actually helps the Crusaders. That shot not far away from Courtney Smith. Just went across. Now here come the Crunch. Why not a little free soccer on Fran Appreciation Weekend, though, too? And that one, Minnick gets pushed into the wall. No cards coming out.
Ramsey Hassan was the culprit that time.
Mikey Derizic, of course, and Edmir Suljevic trying to complain to get a card on that one because that is a dangerous play along those boards. Not enough.
As you see, Adler was like reaching into a fake pocket there and pulled out a card a couple times.
And now we will get a clock adjustment. The assistant officials, assistant referees did see that the clock did not move. So
1:47, good. They just took 18 seconds off. I thought it was 20, but I'll take the 18.
So no free soccer, no more than the 60 allotted minutes here tonight. 1:40 to go, third quarter. I'm Kevin Arnold. He is Mark Bunch. Bishop, Gianluca DiGiacomo man the sidelines. We'll get word from him there early there in the fourth quarter. LV Productions crew bringing the sights and sounds.
Mario now up over to giving Zendelek a taste of his own medicine.
That's what they're going to need to do. They're going to need to work on this type of offensive attack against every team that'll make it to Vegas in the playoffs. Musa will be a crucial piece to be an extra attacker at times. Musa into the block, says my bad, right into the waiting body of Tim Maheber, the captain. 1:10 to go, 6-2 crunch. Clock will restart as soon as Derizic touches it to Suljevic. Derizic gets it back on the run. It's by his defender in Nolan Karuta.
So intelligent by Mike. He was cut off, so just put it back to Bobby.
Musa back in his goal area. Chanchar frustrated, not seeing many runs. Now he'll try to speed dribble up the near boards. It will come to Derizic, and now Hassan by himself. He has a step. Jordan trying to cut off the angle. So does Chanchar, and Musa with another kick save.
Oh my, just shot that left leg out and shot it straight up in the air, but it will still play on.
That one stays in play, and it'll go all the way down to Philip Zendelik. Under 30 seconds now. 25 left in quarter number 3. There's only been one goal scored here in the third quarter. Got the Crusaders closer, but still a 4-goal lead for the Crunch.
What great defense that time, heading it out.
Chanchar heads it out with 10 seconds. Hassan corrals it. Karuta finds Smith. Smith sees a couple defenders. He will send it back.
That's the right thing to do with the ball with 3 seconds left.
And then the horn will sound. So we have played 45 minutes on the clock of MLIS soccer tonight. The Crunch, I'm sure, will not be happy that they lost the third quarter, but they still feel good about having the lead going into quarter number 4, 6-2. Mark Munch Bishop, Gianluca Di Giacomo, excuse me, man, and myself, Kevin Arnold, will be back right here on the Cleveland Crunch Broadcasting Network.
I'm coming out with my Focuseuticals, my natural energy. You matter.
Real ingredients. Real tradition. Crazy corn. Full flavor. Every bite. Trust me. You want this.
At Apex Skin, we drive every patient experience in commitment, collaborate with purpose, and deliver excellence, providing care that's compassionate, connected, and centered around you. Trusted care every step of the way.
We are back inside the Wolstein Center on the campus of Cleveland State University in downtown Cleveland. A little bucket drumming, kind of one of the, Cavs drummers, the 2-1 Sticks are here in the building, also known as Mr. Mike. He is an educational influencer out there teaching plenty of kids and kids even with disabilities the proper etiquette and everything they need to know about school. So I know Mr. Mike is he wants to go on a tour as well to help educate kids, and that is so important in our community. I'm Kevin Arnold. He is Mark Munch Bishop, the OG, the original voice of the Cleveland Crunch. Gianluca Di Giacomo, I throw it down to you. Your thoughts as we head into quarter number 4, and maybe anything you're hearing down there along the boards.
Yeah, I mean, things are getting kind of intense down here, Kev, just a little bit. Nothing too crazy, nothing like the last time I was down here in January, but overall the Crunch seem quite content with the way they're playing. They don't want to get complacent, but they seem quite content. But so not as much offensive momentum, but at the same time, the Crusaders, I mean, one goal could easily kickstart a comeback late in this fourth quarter. If you guys remember correctly, our very first game against this team last year, they came back in the fourth quarter, tied it with 1 second left, and beat us in a penalty shootout. But at the same time, like we said, running a little thin today. You're missing Osman Hussein, you're missing Sebastian Lopez, you're missing a couple of other attacking talents, and the Crunch have capitalized on that. Excellent defensive performance all around. Just got to close things out in this fourth quarter.
Bingo, that sums it up. What great, brilliant and great points by Giancarlo. But the bottom line is, too, is that when will when will the Crusaders start taking more chances, which when they take chances, you're going to have some shots on an empty net, and you're going to get, man, you're going to get an advantage. You're going to get 3-on-1, 3-on-2s.
So we're just about to start the fourth quarter. Mark, I've got to say, I've had a lot of full circle moments being able to be the voice of the Crunch now, back at the Wolstein Center where I did all this. I just had another full circle moment. One of those drummers, we will get back to that point, as the Crunch want to go on the attack right away. They're not even going to wait for the Crusaders to get in to this fourth quarter. They want to attack right away, as Jordan will get it. Has Suljevic back to Derazic, back to Suljevic. Oh, just off the foot of Zendalek. That would have been a heck of a ping pong pass goal for the Crunch, but Zendalek saw it all the way.
Brilliant idea that time. And who was working together? Of course, Mikey and Admir. It's two of the best.
So one of our bucket drummers there coming into the fourth quarter. I was a student teacher when he was in 6th grade, and then, well, I'd like to say that I taught him what he knows on the drums as the drumline advisor at Wycliffe, but he's got all the skill and all the talent in the world. That's all him. I just was there to help.
Piwu on the run.
Here comes Piwu one-on-one. Just good defending, somehow coming from behind by Courtney Smith. He got between the legs of Gabriel Piwu to steal that one away.
Yeah, that one was kind of close. It seemed like he threw himself on the back of the legs just a tad, but it was clean.
13:52 to go in the match. 6-2 Crunch. Been sitting at 6 goals now since the 16-second left mark in quarter number 2. Musa collects that one off the wall. The Crunch now go right to left. We are on the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC Plus, and audio on WOBL Radio in Lorain County country, all courtesy of Great Lakes Honda West in Elyria.
Now, the clock is the Crunch fans. However, they cannot be complacent. They have to continue to attack and continue to play defense around Mario Musa.
Mikey Derazic trying to find Kuhn up the far boards. He does. Goes back to Derazic. Goes back to Chanchar.
Brilliant play there.
Tomasz Nagy now looking for some help. Goes one-on-one against Okoito. Cross pass to Derazic. He's got Caruto right on his hip. Turns back with his left foot. Again into a kick save for Zendalek.
I don't know how Zendalek saw that ball through traffic.
Now Derazic back on it. Nagy trying to bring it down to Derazic. Kuhn with a volley off the turf. That one goes just high.
Oh my, that was a cracker.
And then Najar goes down and a foul will be called. And it will be a restart inside of Crusaders territory for the Crunch.
And Mikey comes right back on the pitch for this restart.
Suljevic will be over this one. Nasiri, wisely, that's what you're taught to do. You do, if you're going to set the wall, you stand close to the ball. You force the official to force you back.
Kevin, how brilliant is it to watch Admir and Mikey go to work together? They are the dynamic duo of the 21st century.
It really is. It is brilliant to watch. Suljevic will get us underway. Just like that, now here comes Schifano. Schifano one-on-one with Musa. Musa gets beat.
And you don't want that to happen for the Crusaders to score the first goal, 12-26, and Schifano showing what a great player he is on that goal.
So 2 unanswered now from the Crusaders, and then it'll bring a timeout. Antonio Manfoot absolutely upset and livid with his team. That pass just was sitting right there on a tee for Schifano. Nobody in front of him. Not a lot you can do as the goalkeeper with Musa as he was tracking back on his heels. And Schifano, the brilliant finish to the lower corner. 6-3, 12:26 to go.
We've gone 3 quarters and another, almost 3 minutes for the Crunch to make a mistake. That was really their first mistake in the game. That shouldn't happen.
And that's how much they are attention to detail oriented. One simple mistake, even with the lead. The only time that you're going to see Antonio Manfoot really coaching out there is going to be during those mistakes, because they expect everything to be perfect. Even in a perfectless world, you want to be as on point as possible. As we sit 6-3 in the fourth quarter, Crunch still holding the lead, but the Crusaders have scored the last 2. Crunch have yet to score here in half number 2. And of course, thank you to Metro Health Sports Medicine. They know athletes can't afford to sit on the sidelines. That's why they are here to help you avoid injuries, with these tips. Ease into new activities gradually. I say it all the time. I did not listen to that. I should have, and I would have been able to, I wouldn't have lost my entire senior basketball season. Stretch before and after workouts. Stay hydrated. Keep that water with you. Yes, all of the sports drinks are good as well, but water is still important. Rest if you feel pain. That is the most important thing. If injury strikes, trust Metro Health to get you back in the game. Call 216-95-SPORT. That's 216-957-7678. Or visit metrohealth.org/sportsmedicine. Metro Health Sports Medicine, where the pros go.
The Crusaders have come out with a sense of urgency and knowing full well that they have controlled the second half of play, keeping the Crunch from putting the ball in the back of the net.
12:15 to go now. A lot of one-on-one, not a lot of it, but there have been moments here in the second half of one-on-one instead of that ball movement. The good ball movement just has not resulted in a goal just yet. Zendelik has been up to task. Najar with a shot. Good sliding tackle now. Najar, and somehow, some way, that goes off the foot of Zendelik and over his goal mount. Najar was right there, nothing really in front of him, and Zendelik got his foot just in the nick of time.
Zendelik looks like a choir boy, and he had all the right notes that time as the train gave a brilliant pass that time to Peeble, and they just couldn't convert due to the save by Zendelik. That was brilliant with a capital B.
Corner kick crunch from Spragling near boards, near corner. Going to Peeble, tried to tip it with his right foot. I think we're going to go right back to a corner kick. Good defense by Jared Phillips. Got just enough of that one to deflect it out of play. We'll do the same thing. Jordan comes in for Najar this time.
How much longer can the Crusaders keep the Crunch off the board when they keep getting a corner kick?
11:53. Spragling goes far side. Peeble just off the crossbar.
That went underneath the crossbar but kicked out because of the spin on it.
It hit the edge of the underneath part of the crossbar. Woodwork unkind, but it does go out of play from inside the box, so it will be a free kick right at the top of the half circle. This is where Suljevic likes that right-footed curler or a little pass over to Jordan with his left foot. 11:48 to go. Suljevic actually goes Derizic. That one Zendelik gets his body down to.
This is the Zendelik show right now.
Nasiri finds Leifert Allen. That one off the left-footed mitt, or left-handed mitt, excuse me, of Mario Musa, because he was trying to tuck that one to Leifert Allen in the near post. 11.5 minutes left.
The Crusaders realize that they need to press and pressure. That's exactly what they're doing. I'll give them credit.
Nasiri definitely playing that physical game that he did for Toronto to start. Then with Lansing Red Cedar, now back with Toronto, trying to get under the skin of some of the Crunch players with his physical play. Jordan goes down, nothing called. Leifert Allen somehow, I don't know, they called him getting the ball.
Both hands were extended as he pushed Jordan to the ground.
The only person that touched that ball with their foot was Dave Jordan. So now we're starting to see that those ticky-tack calls from the first half, more physical play allowed to go here in half number 2.
Just call it the same both ways, so with the physicality.
Leifert Allen against Jordan. Jordan, good positioning to force him out. And then a shot goes just wide from Hassan. Musa did go into a stretch for the save, but saw it going wide. And now
P will push them back nicely.
Hassan gets pushed back. He will find Maheber far side. Now Hassan, midfield for the Crusaders. They definitely have the Crunch a bit on their heels right now. Crunch need to find some sort of offensive attack, maybe a goal, to swing that momentum right back to their side.
It's not over to the clock says 0-0-0, but I would think one tally by the Crunch would do it.
Musa sends that all the way down to his goalkeeping counterpart, Philip Zendelik. You feel that energy as each Crusader player comes off that bench. They're on their toes. They have that momentum. You feel it. Crunch kind of defending with everything they got right now. Need to find some sort of counterattack goal. 9:40 left.
Zendelik directing traffic. He is a special player.
I would think the way we were talking, the Crunch were down in this one. They are still leading 6-3. Crusaders with the momentum. And in the indoor game, it can change much faster with all the weird bounces. That one just stays in. Nagy against Smith. Smith does just enough. Poor touch there by Nagy, and Zendelik comes to send it to Nasiri, who's on the sprint with Hassan to his far side. Good deflection, but Schifano just scored the latest goal. Swan there has been doing a tremendous job on Schifano all night long.
Oh my gosh, that was just brilliant defense. Schifano a little frustrated back there in the corner.
Tomasz Nagy defending. Schifano gets away from Swan. Swan gets back up. He tries a little fancy back heel. Nothing doing. Piwu trying to clear his lines. And then Hassan gets called for that foul. So a ticky-tack one there from
That
Hassan.
was a ticky-tack call because Hassan brilliantly got his body between Piwu and the ball.
So inconsistencies, but I guess if you're inconsistent on both sides, it's consistent enough and both teams are going through it.
Are the Crunch pressing because they haven't scored yet this half?
Seems like it. It
Yeah.
does seem like it, and there's some frustration starting to mount because they've generated some good offense, and it has not amounted to the goals like before. But you see the Crusaders putting everything even more so on the line. They don't want their, no matter how many players they don't have here tonight, they don't want to see their undefeated season go by the wayside. They put in too much work to see that. They're going to fight all the way until the end with everybody they were able to bring here
Good
to
job
Cleveland.
by Musa to pick that up. And when Leifert Allen is loose down there, it's scary.
Semwat tries to get by Karuta. Now the frustration's really starting to mount at those in yellow, the bright neon green yellow here tonight, the referees. Shots, just a kick save. Back heel, Sveko goes down. Musa trying to get it, and then Allen punches it home. A lot of contact there in the box, but Musa never able to get his mitts on it. That ball was still live. 8:02. It's a 3-0 run from the Crusaders here in half number 2. Crunch looking to respond.
That's dangerous because you had two Crusaders players playing with the ball right in front of Mario. You're saying, well, they didn't have any room. They just kept heel flicking. They just kept tapping at the ball. And as you noted, it is a 6-4 game, and the Crunch have not scored in the second half. We've got 8:02 to go. They need a goal in the worst way.
They're letting their frustrations with the officials kind of
you got to block that out. You got to play.
Inhibit their play. Antonio Manfoot was shown a yellow card for his frustrations and dissent against the referees here tonight. So 7:55 to go. Crunch searching for that momentum swing.
So you just need one here, my friend, and that'll push things back their way.
Again, sending that ball deep. No one really down there except for Jared Phillips and Yusuf Nasiri for the Crusaders. That one will get sent to Zendelik. Dangerous pass in the middle of the pitch, but nobody there. This crowd has gone silent here.
They need to pick it up again, too, and the Crunch need to keep attacking.
So 7:24 now left in the fourth quarter. It is now only a 2-goal lead for the Crunch. Gonna let their foot off the gas pedal a little bit. Sojovic trying to find Chanchar. Utemwa will collect the loose change, middle of the pitch. On the speed dribble, finds Piwu across, too hard for Sojovic.
Oh boy, and
was gonna try
was
to
ready to
finish.
wind up, and the pass was just too wide.
Now here comes Doikoto. He will take a rip. That one goes just wide. And then that was Schifano. Good deflection by Chanchar.
Boy, dangerous. Schifano was all alone, nobody on him teeing off.
All momentum has swung to the Crusaders. Crunch,
6:40 left in the contest.
Crunch looking to get their 9th win on the season. Hand the Crusaders their first. A short-handed team putting in tremendous effort for all Crusaders Nation out there.
They have not packed it in, there's no doubt about it. Two things can happen when you're down like they were. Fold your tents or fight, and they've come out fighting.
Nasiri again takes down Nagy and then puts his hand. That one actually is going to be a call on Nagy.
Tomas is very intense tonight. Not quite sure what that call was, but it'll be Crusaders' ball. That's the bottom line.
Nasiri put his hand on the ball. They both went down with similar contact. I'm not sure what a foul is anymore, but we play on. Defense there, last-minute defending by Nagy.
Najjar, great defense there to get the ball out of the blocks.
Now Musa comes sprinting out to collect.
Boy, it scares you when Allen is in the box, no matter if there's a defender on him or not.
Hassan and Allen have been doing work, keeping that pressure on the Crunch. Chris Sveko Seeing Hassan gets dispossessed again. Too much one-on-one now.
Numbers.
Here come the numbers. Good block by Sveko. He got back in the play. Bodies going everywhere.
Oh, they're flying around this pitch. That has to be on the Crusaders.
And a blue, no card will be shown, just a foul. And is that the 6th one on Toronto? It might be, so it will be, could be a penalty kick for the Crunch.
So they haven't marked it up there, but I have 6, don't you?
I have 6.
Yeah.
Yep, it will be number 6. They put the ball down the red spot, so it will be Suljevic versus Zendelec. A big moment with 5.5 to go. Needs to score this to give the Crunch back a 3-goal lead.
How perfect is this? 2 of the best in the game. The netminder and Admir.
Zendelec will put his left foot back on the white line. He will get a running start at Suljevic. Suljevic will come out, try to pick out the right angle. Zendelec's going to get big. Try to make Suljevic just take that half a second thought. Officials waiting ready for play, and here we go. Suljevic will finish! Oh, yes! And the crowd gets on their feet! Admir Suljevic with a punch to the sky! And he finally puts the ball in the back of the net for the Crunch in the second half. None other than your leader, Admir Suljevic!
Admir the Great with a goal! Oh my, that was brilliant. And to beat the netminder like he did, to beat Zendelec, who is just brilliant. Like I said, you had 2 of the best. That's worth the price of admission, and double it to get something like that when you have 2 players of that ilk.
7-4 with 5:29 to go in the 4th. Boy, oh boy, did the Crunch ever need that one. It got the crowd on their feet in the Wolstein Center. They go up 7-4 in this one.
You know, I just grabbed my heart. Fans in front of us were agreeing with me. I think one of them is a doctor, you know what I mean? And it was like funny because I'm not quite sure. It's like, what is going on here? But the bottom line is they needed that one in a big, big way.
5:29 to go, 7-4 Crunch lead. And from auto loans to mortgages, checking to savings, Cardinal Credit Union offers a full range of financial products designed around one simple belief: people helping people. As a non-for-profit, member-owned credit union, Cardinal puts members first every day. That's why Cardinal Credit Union is proud to be the official credit union and title sponsor of the Cleveland Crunch. Learn more about how Cardinal can help brighten your financial future. When you are at Cardinal Credit Union, you are once a member, always a member.
I am puzzled because John Williams, Crusaders coach, backup goalkeeper, Nakazi, and of course the captain, Mahabar, they're out there jawing away with one of the officials. Don't know why. I mean, it was a PK and Suljevic converted.
So we will come out of the media timeouts. I am Kevin Earl. He is the OG, the original voice of the Crunch. The team trying to get this crowd into it. It's been oddly and weirdly silent here in half number 2, but the crowd showing their support as the Crusaders get us back underway. 5:26 to go here in quarter number 4. 5.5 minutes. Crunch need to hold on defensively, probably put another goal in. Crusaders are going to look to attack, and I'm sure Zendelec will be even more a part of the offensive attack as we go under 5 minutes in just a few
Crusaders
seconds.
cannot put the ball up in the air. They have to keep it on the pitch. They have to keep it on the turf to find an open man. You put it up in the air, that's going to give some of the tall Crunch defenders a shot to head it away.
Suljevic puts in his 16th of the year on that 6th foul penalty kick. Here come the Crusaders. Piwu all the way back on defense now. Everybody helping out. Crunch trying to break out. There goes Jared Phillips. Good sprint against his fellow number 3 defender and Dave Jordan. Spragling wins it off the bench. Headers back and forth. And here comes Ramzi Hassan.
Jordan would not give up on that ball, though. Just relentless, hoping to gain an extra step there. Didn't get to it, but that's why he's the captain. That's why he's Dave Jordan.
Yusuf Nasiri. He's definitely been a nuisance here tonight for the Crunch, but that's exactly what he is out there for. He is very smart in the way he does his play and is a very good defender as well.
Mikey just schooled Courtney Smith, and Smith is a good one.
Now, Crusaders in retreat. I'm sure at some point, John Williams is going to tell his team, and you see it now, Leiford Allen stepping out. You can't pack it in anymore.
4 minutes, Kevin.
Under 4 minutes to go. Here comes Mario Musa trying to find Derizic, but that one curls into the box, and Zendelik will get it. Still has yet to really come out. Allen strong against Najjar. Musa comes over to cut off the angle, and he is forced to retreat as Leiford Allen.
Well, Allen's a force, isn't he? You can just tell the way he moves with the ball.
Courtney Smith gets it past Fecko, and then Najjar.
By Omar. Kick save.
Great tackle by Najjar, then a chip attempt by Derizic.
A kick save by a defender. How do you like that one, Kevin?
Absolutely.
Oh, Omar.
So here we go, 3:20 to go. Leiford Allen against Fecko. Fecko not allowing Allen to get any sort of positioning. Allen looks at his defender and says, slow it down just a little bit. Give me a pass I can actually handle.
Oh, Kuhn, just brilliant ball handling there to get it back to the defense and set it up with Mario.
Musa will send it down. Piwu
shook his man that time.
Drake upset, thought there was a foul there, off the wall. Kuhn not able to get there, and now a foul on Kuhn against Zendelik, giving Zendelik the benefit of the doubt in his box.
You can't touch the keeper in the box, but the bottom line is Zendelik actually went into him.
Protected like quarterbacks in football, goalkeepers are in the sport of soccer, but you understand why. Here comes Yusuf Nasiri, 2:40 to go now. 7-4 Crunch holding on to the lead. We've only been able to put one goal here in the second half. Right now it's just enough. Crusaders need to go a little bit faster if they're going to come back in this one. Good defending by Piwu. He has definitely been deep into his own territory tonight, helping the defenders, trying to get this win for this great crowd on hand tonight.
Kevin, John Williams has forgotten more indoor soccer than I know, but the bottom line is the Crusaders need to score. I'm just wondering why Allen and Scafano are not in there together.
And then Spragling fouls Zendelik as they both went up for the ball, but Zendelik was in his box and Spragling undercut him. Good thing there is no actual card shown there. We've only really seen a couple yellow cards, no blue cards, no power plays here tonight for either team. So as much as both teams might be frustrated with the officials,
we're down to 2 minutes, Kevin.
It's as clean as possible. Musa with a punch save again from a rip from Zendelik. Musa is seeing it off the foot of Zendelik. Well, he's gonna have to do that, I'm sure, at some point if you want to win the championship too. Another shot way up into the crowd off the foot of Osario.
Now, Nasari tried to set that one up in a big way. He needs to kick it off to one of the scorers.
1:47 left now. 7-4. 1:47 left in the match.
Every player on both sides, no matter what uniform they're wearing today, hasn't given 100%. They've given 110, if not more. This is intensity at the Wolstein Center in downtown Cleveland.
What a touch from Mutemar across the pitch to Derizic. Just not able to corral it to get a step on his defender. Now the Crunch will be in possession, trying to kill off some of this clock. 1:34. Kuhn gets by his defender. He's on the run. He shoots and he scores!
Kuhn was a jackrabbit. He was a track star that time. He blew his defender away, and bang! He tucked it underneath the crossbar. Goal! Oh, 127. That's a nail in the coffin.
Landon Kuhn punches one home and hopefully punching his team's 9th win of the year. Puts them back up 4 goals, 8-4, and we will get a timeout from the Crusaders. Landon Kuhn had nothing but net on his mind, and he just smashed it past Philip Zendelik.
But did you see the jets on Kuhn as he blew by the defender? My golly, like I said, I didn't know if that was Jesse Owens or what in the 100. Oh, that was just brilliant.
Greeny Sports Cars, they are the largest producer of trading card shows in Northeast Ohio with over 30 shows in 2026. Their next shows, of course, you can always find at greenieshows.com. One of the biggest is on its way in April. It's always a big one for everybody here in Northeast Ohio. The Great Lakes Collectors Convention coming up in April. Get all the details, greenieshows.com. That'll be at the Independence Fieldhouse, Independence, Ohio. Make sure you get out and get your tickets to that one, though. When everything becomes available, it'll be a big, big event. that weekend.
Hey, all good. Kevin Blackman is in the house tonight. Just heard from Gianluca, and it's just so good to know that because what an integral part of this franchise he has been.
And now the Crusaders will come out of their timeout trailing by 4. They're not going to go away quietly, that is for sure. Down 4 with 1:27 left to go. Time admitting, at the end of this, we will definitely get a post-game interview with our own Gianluca Di Giacomo and the Metro Health man of the match.
Kevin, will Zendelec come up and be right to the box if needed to, because the Crusaders need to score? Bottom line is, I'm looking for that empty netter to happen here in the last 1:27. 8-4 crunch.
Leiford Allen standing over the ball, waiting for the ready to play. Zendelec already venturing out, but he stays put in his own half for now. 1:20 left. Ramsey Hassan will get defended by Jordan.
Oh,
try to find
defense by the captain.
Jar was going on the run, but the other captain, Tim Mahaber, matching the defense of Dave Jordan.
1 minute, Kevin, 1 minute.
1 minute to play. Crunch holding the 8-4 lead. Things got a little dicey in the second half, but championship level teams find ways to close things out and finish games even in struggling moments. 43.6. Philip Zendelec will come over midfield as the goalkeeper.
Zendelec knows they're not going to score 4 goals in 35 seconds.
You will find Hassan to Allen, trying to backheel. Good defense there by Sveko. Now Smith, Courtney Smith, will collect. 25 seconds to go.
Crusaders just want to find the back of the net for a little bit of pride here, so to go down to their first defeat. What a great team they are, though.
You want to make sure your goal differential is in good standing, because if it does come down to tiebreakers at the top, right now the Crunch are 4 to the good. Oh my goodness, how did that one stay out off the woodwork from Philip Zendelec? Unlucky there. Zendelec had beat Musa. The woodwork comes back at the Crusaders at the end, and that is how things will finish. The Crunch will win and get some revenge, if you want to call it, from the loss. They avenged the loss that they had up in Toronto. They get a win here tonight, 8-4. You can talk about being shorthanded. The Crunch were shorthanded in that one in Toronto. Toronto shorthanded here. So both teams probably want to see what they can do against each other at full strength. And the only other chance they'll have to do that is in Las Vegas. We will come back for the man of the match interview and a recap right here on the Cleveland Crunch Broadcasting Network.
At Cardinal Credit Union, we're more than just a place to bank. We're on your team. We're local and proud to put Cleveland families first. And now, anyone can join. Cardinals for Cleveland and for parents. With their first debit card, kids learn smart money habits and parents stay in control with real-time supervision. Chores like walking the dog turn into real rewards. Parents lead, kids earn, and everyone scores. Join online or visit our branches and discover the Cardinal difference. Cardinal Credit Union. People helping people.
At Apex Skin, we drive every patient experience in commitment, collaborate with purpose, and deliver excellence, providing care that's compassionate, connected, and centered around you. Trusted care every step of the way.
I'm coming out with my Focuseuticals, my natural energy. You matter.
Authentic Mexican flavor, made fresh from scratch. Every ingredient prepared with real Mexican tradition. Your bowl, your rules. Visit us at one of our Cleveland locations.
Back here inside the Wolstein Center, as you just witnessed the Cleveland Crunch get their 9th win of the year.
I just got a kiss from a fan. I'm walking by, I said, go Crunch.
Oh, never know what you're gonna see. And as Mark Munch Bishop, the original voice of the Crunch, told us near the beginning, he'll be here as a fan tomorrow afternoon at 2.
I'm gonna be dancing away, my
You're
friend.
gonna be dancing with Dancing Dan. We're definitely gonna have a camera looking for that as we look for Gianluca Di Giacomo to get an interview with the man of the match. Mario Musa is standing near him. We'll get our camera over there as well for the interview in just 1 second. But 8-4, the Crunch beat Toronto here tonight. And they got one final game this regular season tomorrow against Rockford. We'll be with you until 9:30, taking you up until 9:30 tonight with the broadcast. As Mario Musa gets some congratulations from one of the owners, Luciano Rashido.
You know, I have to say, too, Kevin, that you look down the Crunch lineup, they all contributed, no matter who was in the game, whether it was some of the newcomers. I mean, you can look at McCourt, what he brought to the game, but some of the kids, some of the guys that were not household names, like Kuhn. Nagy played like he was a possessed man on the pitch, just brilliant. And we know what we get from the starting five, and again, the bench coming off, just as good as a bench in the whole league. And as you mentioned, the ownership too, so special. Just as a special organization, special fans, special venue. And don't forget, friend, you're listening, you're watching, 2 p.m. tomorrow. Need to see you here. I want to see you, meet you, and greet you at the Wolstein Center.
TheClevelandCrunch.com is where you can get your tickets. And as people walk by us that we're here tonight, come on back again tomorrow and let's add to this crowd. Let's finish this season the right way as the Crunch will get their team huddle right now before, of course, they go visit with fans and do some of the extra stuff after this one here tonight.
Quick question for you two, sir. Okay, the Crunch lost to the Canadian Crusaders last time around when they were playing up north, and the team they played tomorrow they lost to too. So the 2 defeats in the right-hand column that the Crunch have suffered, they have a chance to rectify those this weekend, and they just took the one down.
And we got a happy fan that's joined us in the booth. I knew my little one, Lincoln, couldn't stay away as he joins us up here, and we wait for the post-game interview with the man of the match, Mario Musa. Crunch do win 8-4. They needed every effort, like you just talked about, Mark, here tonight, and guys getting the turf burns and everything. We'll see what kind of roster and team that they bring tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of these same guys will want to play, but you're going to probably bring some fresh legs as well. But the goal is to win. You got to win out and give yourself at least a chance at that #1 seed there in the North. Already clinched going to Vegas, but it will be a battle for that #1 seed as Gianluca has corralled Mario Musa kind of as he talks to some of the crowd as well. We will get, again, we will try to get that interview in before we get out of here tonight. Thank you to so many of the partners here with the Crunch, Metro Health, Cardinal Credit Union, Engineering Excellence, of course, Greeny Sports Cards, Cardinal Credit Union.
Uh-oh, your son wants mom again. You know what? That is the fail. That's like Mario Musa. Mom, okay? When it comes down to it, you need the person in goal, and that is Mario. And that is Mrs. Arnold.
Landon Kuhn is your warrior of the match tonight, and well-deserved. He was all over the pitch, sliding all over the place, and he puts a goal to his name in his first season campaign, the childhood cancer warrior of the match. And of course, the childhood cancer patient was awarded earlier on in the match. So we have that presentation, and we will get down to Gianluca and Mario in just a second. I'm Kevin Arnold. He is Mark Munch. Bishop, 8-4. Like I said, they got everything that they wanted and more tonight.
Kevin, there were no cheap goals either by either team, and the Crunch goals were just brilliant. I want to hear from Super Mario.
So we send it down to Gianluca Di Giacomo, who is with Super Mario Musa, the Metro Health man of the match.
Thanks, fellas. Met in the match, Mario Musa today, and an epic 8-4 victory over the Canadian Crusaders. Mario, first of all, reflecting on your individual performance today, you saved a lot of really, really solid shots, and overall, I mean, only 4 goals conceded against the Crusaders. What can you say about the defensive side tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I'll give all the credit to the guys in front of me, right? Like, it's a lot of defending. These guys utilize their goalie a lot, so naturally they're going to be getting a lot of shots and everything. So I guess anything that does come past them, I'm doing my best to keep it out. But, these guys are a hell of a team over there. With or without some of their main guys, they're a great squad. So, but, anyways, I want to give credit to all my defenders, everybody else that effort today. I mean, you guys saw some of the blocks that they were just laying their bodies on the line. So it makes a huge difference for me. I don't have to save everything then. But, yeah, it's a hell of a defensive effort.
Yeah, and talk to me about just your guys' mentality today, heading into back-to-back games against both of the teams that you dropped points against on the road before earlier in the season. I mean, what does it take, for getting over the first hump and the hardest hump with Toronto?
Yeah, I mean, it's a simple flip of a mindset, right? You lose, next game is personal. It's been that way since we came back. I told the guys, someone's going to beat us once, but it's not going to happen twice. And, this is an example of it. And tomorrow's the same thing. Rockford, they had their time, and, they'll have their chance tomorrow, but it's not going to happen again.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, less than 12 hours before you guys head back into the Wolstein Center. So what's the rest, recovery, and mentality going to be like before you finish off the regular season?
Hydrate, sleep, stretch, wake up early, good breakfast, come here early, check the trainer out, get on the field early, get some touches, get the blood flowing, and get ready to battle again.
Fantastic. Thanks, Mario. I'll send it back up to you guys.
Thank you so much, Gianluca and Mario Musa down there. Mario with some very pointed words. Not just for Rockford, but for his teammates as well. And I'm sure that those you like to hear that because those words are going to be said in the locker room to their faces as well. And it's not really calling teammates out. It's just saying he's saying it about himself too. You got to hydrate. You can't do anything too crazy tonight. You got to go home. You got to get your rest. You got to get your stretches in. Metro Health even gives that example. Stretch before and after. Get those stretches in. Get here early, get that blood flowing, and then, that adrenaline will start to take over.
The bottom line is the Crunch players are professional. The organization is professional. They're not going out. So they might go out and have a quick bite. They're going to be in bed. I've always talked when you do a morning show, the best prep you can do is get a good night's sleep. When you have a quick turnaround like this, rest this thing. But I guarantee you, they're not going to fall asleep easily. Their blood's going to be pumping until we start the game tomorrow because it was just a hard-fought game. I know it was 8-4. But I'll tell you what, I was on edge. They were not on edge because they kept their cool and kept the pressure on, which is some brilliant goals. But the team realizes what's at stake. In order to get that number 1 seed, tomorrow's the last regular season game, they must win.
Amarillo is the leader down there in the South. They lead in the third over Dallas 6-0. Vegas leads Utah. Utah really needs a win in one of their last two or 3 points total in their one of their last 2 games to try to get that number 2 seed over Orlando, who's already done playing. Orlando is done.
Right, they're done for the year.
But only in the first quarter, but still, they trail 2-0 to Vegas. The other final in the North, Pittsburgh beat Chicago 9-4. And, of course, we had Cleveland beat Toronto 8-4. So Amarillo still, right now, the only undefeated team in the league. And I know there was I believe it was yesterday. Yes, it was. Rockford actually lost an overtime affair to Lansing 9-8, but they've had a day off as they travel from Illinois, because that was a home game for Rockford, to Cleveland. They've had the day off, so they'll have a little bit of the rest advantage. The advantage to the Crunch is that they are at home.
And the advantage to the Crunch, too, is they're savvy, they're veterans, and they know what they need to do. Handle their business. Talking to Flying Ryan Minnick before the game, that's exactly what he said to me with a smile on his face, because we win today. As soon as this one is over, then we'll think about tomorrow. But they knew that they needed to win 2 games. And again, you talk about the short-handed Crusaders, it doesn't matter. With the brilliant firepower they have still on there. And you know what? Scafano was really kept in check for a big, big way. Allen was working the paint in a real, just powerful manner. But the bottom line is, they kept Scafano off the board. That's not easy to do.
So we will get out of here for the Knights. We'll be back here. Munch will be here as a fan. I'll be joined up here by Gianluca Di Giacomo. And if my son is here, I'm sure he will join.
Are you coming back? Is the family coming back tomorrow? Yes.
The family is coming back tomorrow.
Maybe I'll hang out with your son. He's got the same mentality as me.
He does. He absolutely does. Little Link and my wife Jana definitely love them very much and thank them. I thank Consumer Tire. Forgot to thank them with all the partners. Thank you to Bernie Kosar for being out here. What a great reception for him. Kosar Wellness and just more in general, all the best to Bernie Kosar as he continues to come back and be in good health right now. Thank you to WOBL Radio, Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC Plus, and of course everybody with MLIS, MLIS Pro TV. Thank you to Gianluca DiGiacomo, LPV Productions, and Peter Teleff, and Mark Munch Bishop. Thank you so much. It is always a pleasure to do calls with you, the legendary
Thank you for
original
having me,
voice
man.
of
Appreciate
the Crunch.
it. I love your calls, bro.
One final time here tonight from the Wolstein Center. The Crunch win 8-4 over Toronto, and they'll be back at it tomorrow at 2 p.m. against Rockford. For everyone here, have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in all along the Cleveland Crunch Broadcasting Network.